Bonichi, what's up, everyone? Am I too early? We're live, supposedly. Hello. It's been a while. As you can see, there is a lot of energy here, but it is currently 4:58 a.m. in Japan. But the grind needs to go on, so I'm here, I'm all prepared, and we're just gonna be talking about some game dev stuff, because it's been a while, hasn't it been? Also, in the meantime, Philip Game Dev asked if we do Android games. The current thought is no. Also, why do you give me music with lyrics? Go away. I ask for one thing, just give me some calm background music while I wake up. How many people are watching? Can we get some highs in the chat? How is everything doing, audio quality and all of that? Yeah, I think at this point, is it good morning? Is it good evening? Is it good whatever? We'll just have to see. Oh, I hear myself double. Let's not do that. Audio sounds good. Okay. Lower the music. I can absolutely do that. If my browser wants to participate. Okay, we're getting there. Do I maybe just kill the music? I don't know. Oh god, it's gonna go full volume up, isn't it? Okay, no. But can I put it even more silent? Close enough. Lowered to 0. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna do that. Too bad, Artlist. You wanna send the key to... Oh, I hate my likes. So I have this problem. I've realized, guys. My laptop, my poor laptop, I did not know how much further I can push this thing because it has an RTX 3060 and it's pushing a 4K display. And it is not, why is my shirt transparent? It's just black. So I'm sorry, it's just because all of the backgrounds are black. So I don't even know how many games I can actually play without my computer actually dying. Also another problem, but I should be able to fix this because I ordered the second display, is the fact that I have a 16:10 display basically. Should we title the post in any way? You should not, there's no need, I'll just go through them basically. So just go for it. This is too small. Yeah, my laptop will not. My laptop will just shut down probably because it's already struggling enough from like doing OBS screen recordings and things like that on top of running Unity, for example. So every time I want to record B-roll footage for one of my games, it's just like no. Yeah, no, it's not exploding, guys. But this is such a small chat as well because my chat, once again, I only have one display. It's on like my tablet next to me. So I have to look over to the side a bit, but I ordered a second display. It should arrive on Friday. So by then, hopefully the streams are a bit better and it has like a 1080p. So I can just run games on that. So the PC shouldn't die as much. Yeah, the plan is simple for today because I am working with some limitations in terms of oh, hi, Wuzzy Wizard. As you can see, I have your thing open right now. It doesn't mean I'm going to start with it. We'll probably get around to it. We're just going to be going through the Improve My Game section in our Discord server, which is linked in the description as well. How much CPU use am I showing? What is my PC showing in general? Oh boy. It's all right, I guess. It's just a chill. What is using 20 gigabytes of memory, to be honest? I feel like that is a bit excessive. CPU seems to be doing all right now. Although I'm just streaming, so yeah, seems fine. Yeah, I'm gonna be doing Steam page feedbacks and all of that. I don't use Chrome, I use Firefox because that's what real people use. So I'll just be going through some of these things, look at some trailers, look at some Steam pages, maybe I'll see if I can play some like at the bottom right, OBS is one. Oh, OBS just says 0.8%. Well, people are still putting in roast my game. Okay, so I cannot guarantee. Didn't you? You're down below as well. I saw this already. Yeah, here. Why did you send the Google Drive link instead of the... Oh, maybe just set up a Steam playtest. I think that's going to be better. Well, let's look at this one, I guess, since we're here anyway. Grey Heritage, Noble Duty. I'm just going to look at the Steam page. I'm not going to download a very vague... Okay, the playtest is coming. I guess you B Train Studio. I see. Let's take a look at it. So first thing is you're making an anime. Is this anime? This just gives me like, regular tactical RPGs. So yeah, there's a tiny bit of Steam page visible between you and the chat. Oh wait, I can be should this be fixed? Is this fixed? Let me check. It is fixed. Baha! I am a pro streamer. I'm getting there. Hold on. I need to make sure I'm not streaming this over my 4G connection or I will cry. Yeah, I have like 2 scenes. I brought my Stream Deck from Belgium, so I do have some priorities. Thank you for the reminder, Antaras. Let's start with the trailer.
I should have called in sick.
Okay, I have a... Gotta do it to you. Sorry, beating. How does this genre perform? Why are there 2 heritages? Do you have like a whole franchise? That would be... No water, I have milk tea, and I have green tea, and I have water. I am all prepared, guys. The world could end and I can survive. Gray heritage. Okay, seems like they're... Wait, browse. Okay, so Faded Vision is out already. And then Noble Duty is the next one. I mean, if there's a sequel, yeah, 768. It's not awesome, but it's honestly more than I expected for this genre. Thomas Dating Sim when? I don't know when the Dating Sim is gonna come out. We have enough stuff to do right now. Also, the boys have been kind of slacking on their work, if I have to be honest. Yeah, this is better than expected. Who buys this style of game in 2024? Or well, 2022 in this case, but still surprising. Definitely, okay, loyal user base, yeah. And that is the thing I feel with this is niche genre. So you're kind of handicapping yourself in certain degrees, unless you make adult-only games in this style, and my god, you'll make a shit ton of money then. So yeah, okay, screenshots seem to look fine. I have to accept that this is not my core genre, as on what I know everything about, but I can look at the Steam page, and that one seems to be pretty fine. You have a pretty good, like, I like this, like the starting thing. And then you have a GIF. I would maybe change the font to not be like a default bold one, like in the introduction. I don't know how I feel about this. It's still perfectly fine, guys. Like, you have a lot of animation going on, and all of it. Yeah, Push the Waifus is indeed the move, Peach, when you're doing good there. Okay, so this is the story prequel. I just don't feel about the titles. Like, the GIFs are good. I'm not just sure about the titles. My lord, make sure to wishlist the game. One thing you could do here, do we still have it on Unicycle Pizza Time? I know you can't link to your own game anymore. Never mind. Oh, yeah, it's the Impact font. I was like, I recognize this from somewhere. I don't know if that would have been the choice of font. Is it going to kill your conversion? Probably not. But I think that should be fine. This is a pretty good Steam page overall. The thing is also, sometimes I do wonder, you have Chris Sikowski, how to market the game, all of that, of like making the optimal Steam page. Lord of Astrea. I'm gonna pull up another viewer game that like also has Nexus Warriors, I think, that also has like Astrea, completely different, but very Nexus Defenders. So I think there's Astrea in there as well. No, they're not writing it down. Well, this woman, oh yeah, oh, it has an extra E, buddy. Well, that is unrelated to what I want to talk about here. Guys, it's early, so target models, is like Asia. Most of our sales are American. Actually, can we see that? Ah, I can't see it. Too bad. Sometimes Gamealytic has this thing where underneath you can see the how many players are in there. So to give an example, if you go to like Unicycle Pizza Time, which is a great game, you can see down here the little flags for like the country distribution. As you can see, like the United States is just a smidgen of our total sales. So yeah, first game grossed 20k USD. I can't. That's a pretty high. Is 30 reviews feels low for 20k? No, am I dumb? I don't know. Oh, thanks for following, by the way, Ivo Pro 123. This one can go away. Let's take a look at the text. I mean, you've done this stuff before. You kind of know what you're doing probably. You don't even have an indie tag, which honestly is perfectly fine as well. Tactical RPG, strategy RPG, 2D, LGBTQ, anime, pixel graphics. I think this is a pretty good thing. Tags like retro, put them down below at the bottom indeed, because they're so broad, the genres, that you're not really getting a lot of it. High individual CACs. I don't know if we're gonna get around to actually playing any demos, because as I said earlier, my computer is holding on for dear life at this point. I saw this post though, and also I'm using this show. I'm running on the 16x10. Oh my god, I am dumb. I am fucking stupid. I think YouTube chat should pop up now. Can someone write something on YouTube, and we'll see if it pops up now. Guys, write something. Why are there 80 people watching? Is it working? Is it working? Or do I need to? I think I need to restart the browser scene. One moment, I can fix this. Yeah, we got there. Pro streamer. Hi, Samus. Shamus. I always say it wrong. I'm just not even gonna bother. So I don't know if we're gonna be playing anything. Let's go back to Great Heritage Noble Duty. We were here. I would give this generally a pretty good Steam page rating though. The font, it's not worth redoing. I think maybe it would be worth, like, if you want to go for the full stylized, I would even maybe make the font and the GIF separate, and then like cut off basically the top part, because this is a very empty top, at least of your GIF. Like same thing here. Am I dumb? What does this features have to do with? I have some dialogue, I have some very fast gameplay, and then I have an options menu. I'm gonna keep hating on the impact font, guys. Impact font, use Molsera. It saves you for like 90% of the time. You can use that font and it's gonna make your life better. Safe checkpoints scattered throughout the map, 10 playable characters, no permanent 10 to 15 hour long campaign. I think these are the things you need to have for this style of game. So at least give it a 2 pixel stroke. Yeah, just go and fully embrace the meme. The features are basically saying, look, it's Fire Emblem. Well, if it works, it works. So yeah, you already said you were going to add a playtest on September 20th. So I think good job, my dude. This gets an 8 out of 10. No, it gets more. Yeah. Okay, this is a playtest. I'm not gonna even bother trying to start it up because it killed my desktop PC last time. Wait, playtest launch. Oh, yeah, no, it's playtest normally. This one I think we looked at before. Let's take another look. Let's see. Where's the white t-shirt guy? Well, the white t-shirt guy forgot to bring enough white t-shirts. And I've been sweating like my balls off every single day because it's 36 degrees. So today is black t-shirt while all of the white ones are already in the wash. I swear we've looked at this before, haven't we? Am I getting old? Yeah, we've looked at the trailer before, but not the rest of the store page, I think, actually. This is gonna die. I think Steam actually announced when this is gonna go away. I can't put up a second display, but if I remember, Steam links will be permanently disabled on the 16th of October. Yeah. So that is something you can keep it up, but you're gonna have to. Is there supposed to be some text here? This feels like, you know, the thing where you have like the two white lines and you need to put some text in between. I don't know why does this have a divider and not the rest. I think this store page, you have the one GIF here. It could definitely use a little bit more. You can keep the image as an, yeah, you can keep the image as an action, but then maybe, because we're very close here. Could you make like an arrow that points from here? What is it that Thor always does? Like you take the screenshot, he puts it in Paint. Well, I'm not gonna be putting it in Paint. And then could you like stay within it and be like this? Is this a strategy? I don't know. Maybe could work if you can perfectly time it out. I have a Steam Deck I could test on. I forgot my Steam Deck. We were like, oh, we're not gonna need it, and then I realized like, well, we kind of want to make games for Steam Deck next time. Yeah. Oh yeah, the arrow doesn't show on mobile, or probably if you have like other things, it's not gonna be worth it. Just a funny idea I had. Developer recommends playing with a controller. I think since you already have these lines, I would just use this line system and add like passive upgrades as a font. Is it suffering for non-English languages? Yeah, because maybe I can show you. I have like a whole folder. Okay, let's leak everything that we have here. Thomas is asleep anyway. Oh, God damn it, where is it? It's on my C drive. Not that C drive. I have two drives with C. I need Unicycle Pizza Time. We have those headers on our store page, and we've localized all of them. Where's my promo art? Steam. Store page media? No. Store page description. Like, I don't know if you can see this. These are like all of the little headers, few extra large icons. In like every single language, how you say all of the different headers. So it's a bit of pain, but I don't think it looks pretty nice. So yeah, add some more. Like also, why is it different? It just bothers me. I don't know. Does it matter? Probably not. Something else. Commander Tiberius Troublesome. The capsule looks pretty fine. Open image in new tab. Let's take a closer look at this. One thing maybe that I would say here is that your characters are kind of small. Like, I cannot easily recognize faces on either two of those. Also, yeah, poor Antares. I have no, like, normally Thomas joins these streams and tries to like co-moderate with me. I don't think that's happening. He was like posting earlier, like, I hope Marty doesn't want me to stream together with him. Like, I would see if I could zoom in the characters more. Also, this is still one of the old-sized ones. Steam updated recently where you now have double the resolution. Oh, Streamlabs' definition is it contains a period. I'm sorry. You can double the resolution now, basically, of your main capsules. And I think for especially something like this, where the faces are so teeny tiny, do it. There's no downside. And scale it out a little bit more is what I would say as well. That you can actually recognize faces, because faces are very clickable. If I'm scrolling through my Steam store page right now, or like through like a Steam category, I am not going to really be drawn by a face here. Yes, I don't know, don't scale up the heads like just giant bobble heads, but just make them bigger altogether. Yeah, 460 by 215 pixels. I'm very happy that Steam doubled all resolutions finally. Let me close some of these tabs as well. But overall, yeah, I'm just gonna, I'm not gonna try the demo. I'm just gonna try looking at the store page, because once again, I've talked about this before. Probably it's gonna be a bad thing with the 16 by 10. Oh. Let's take a look at more store pages. Well, you already told me GIFs are lacking. Ooh, but at least you have a 3D game, which is always easier to market. Steam announced the news. Yeah, 3 days after I was done with my capsules. I know the pain. It was also like 1 day after we did the Unicycle Pizza Time capsules. So I was like, my God, I do not want to redo this. This is a very big join us on disk. Oh no, it's the join our community special tab. Well, this is once again, it's gonna disappear, and I don't think it's worth this much real estate at the top of your store page. So that is, hi Alan, that is yours. This is very nicely stylized. Is this a GIF or an image? Oh, it's a PNG. Make it a GIF. Oh yeah, but you said you were planning more GIFs. Well, make it a GIF. Still, is my feedback. I feel like these fonts are almost extremely big. Maybe a bit too excessive almost. Okay, Fortune Destiny, Be Who Wants to Be, the personalities. This is fine. Find Your Better Half and Cover Mysteries. I would end it with one final GIF as well, just for sake of it. And then see where we're going from here. DDL Studios. Have you made anything else? City of Fury coming soon. Okay, no, I have not heard of the studio before. I'm sorry. Teaser. This would benefit a lot from narration. I can tell you that, like, a second one, especially if you're making these story-heavy games, make some narration at the beginning. By my goddess, let's get you a new look, darling. Oh, wait. Oh, it's one of those... I don't know how I feel about having like full RGB color pickers for your body skin color. I'm not judging. But yeah, the characters are very unique. They stand out positively. Like, yeah, it's a good style, I think. If you need someone to redecorate your home, count me in. Okay. Feel like this a bit too zoomed out and a bit too slow in what's actually happening. What I would do here for this shot, if you were to remake it, is actually have half of the home already filled up. Narration as in voiceover with the title cards, not the title cards, the dialogue cards. I think that's different. But right now, this looks very empty. I would give it like your best that you can in already filling up everything else and then just adding the table in more. Do 3D games really sell more than 2D games? Do they sell more? I think maybe not per se. Actually, we can see, I guess. But the main thing is they're easier to market as well. You're going to be fighting an uphill battle if you're... can I see 3D? Okay, let's see 3D. Let's take a look at everything released in the past 3.5 years. Is it just the attributes? Oh, God. I'm not gonna find regular 3D, I feel. How do I do this? Let's add text 3D as well. Can I do 2D and 3D and then just get those two? No. Okay. Oh, I didn't exclude text. I'm dumb. How does this work? So let me see. 3D games that have movement are the best. Yeah, of course. Can I not get 3D? Is 3D not a tag I can look on? Okay. Oh, here it is. It's so fake though. So, total of 60 mil. Let's just remember the 60 mil because there are too many like AAA and AA games in that genre. And then, how am I gonna find 2D? There's too goddamn many of them. Am I not gonna get any 2D? 2D. Or subgenres as well. My God. Why are there 100? Oh, why is 2D still in 3D? Reached end. Okay, next step. Okay, no, there's no 2D category according to Gamealytics. I can probably find some more data, but definitely it's gonna be much easier. Another thing is you can often charge more money for 3D because people just have this perception where, hey, 3D is more valuable, even though things like hand-drawn 3D and pixel art and all of those, they can take more time, but there's like this hard cap where, yeah, you're like, if you're a Stardew Valley or a Hollow Knight, you can still charge a bit, but those games also released a long time ago. Now you will very easily get a cap where a lot of players who are not like in-depth following the development will just be like, oh, this looks like a Game Boy game or whatever. Yeah, it's called Gamealytic, and it's like the general thing that I use for like looking up stats and things like that. Okay, can I look at Steam Analytics maybe for the genre, like the... I don't think I can. Yeah, no. I'm not gonna find you a hard number of 2D versus 3D. It's also very, like, broad. Anyways, fill this space up more before you record the footage. And then we have Robert here. Ah, I'm becoming a barista. And I can draw a little heart. Wait, oh, I feel like you messed up the heart. Oh, it's supposed to be an arrow, I guess. Why does this look so cursed? I feel like this is a shot that shouldn't have paused the trailer. I would have just faked it or gotten rid of the splash effects here. Like, yeah. Okay. Chop, chop, chop. Yeah, I feel like the big thing this trailer needs is, like, these are very marketable shots, is I guess the best way I can describe it. Like, looking at this is very easy for normie gamers, is I think the best way to describe it. Not developers, but people who just browse Steam and want to play games. They see this and they're going to be infinitely more interested in it than, no offense, the JRPG. You have a very niche audience that loves the shit out of those tactical RPGs. But if you want to go broad, 3D is the way to go. Good thing I can only do 3D, lol. Well, it depends also. You can use assets and things like that. I personally think 3D also has the benefit. Number 12, most popular on Edge. That is not bad. Where's the call to action? Here it is. Is there a call to action? Uh-oh, it's scary. There is no call to action. What are you doing? Clearly you've never watched one of our trailers before. Or like one of our trailer roasts. And a call to action of like wishlist. So put it on here as well. Alan Franco, too bad. Still a pretty good trailer. I think narration, call to action, and maybe make it a little bit less than 1:40 would be the 3 main pieces of advice I have for the trailer. Oh, we already looked at this. Make this GIFs. What else did you say? Mainly the lack of GIFs. Yeah, well, I'm gonna say it again. If you know it, why haven't you fixed it yet? Just saying, just saying. Get wrecked. The night shot was so pretty. Showed it more prominently. I guess the final one? This one, like zooming out. I think the big problem with this one is that it's kind of slow. Like, you would use this as your final call to action as well, because it has this little thing. What do I think about the capsule? I think the capsule is good. You've got big text and you've got faces. Once again, I would, especially for these capsules where you can visibly count the pixels on the faces, maybe it's time to give it another go in the double resolution and upload that as well. You should have all of the source elements, so it can literally be as simple normally as taking your Photoshop file, doubling the canvas size, selecting everything in your layers, and just stretching that out, double-Xing it as well. So it is something I would look into. Is it annoying? Yes. Does it take 10 minutes or something to boot up Photoshop and all that? Yes, but I think it can definitely still be worth it. What should I do before Next Fest? Well, a lot. Probably, like, cry. Okay. Great, thanks. No worries. Alan. Join the Discord, it's gonna go. What is this? Oh, I think you messed up your link here, buddy. You messed up your linky. Ooh, oopsie whoopsie. Fucky wucky. Get rid of this. Make your GIFs 600 pixels wide. An easy way to do this is with a site called easygif.com. You just record an MP4 video of whatever you're doing. And yes, it is exactly 5:28 a.m. for me right now, but the show must go on, guys. I don't know, because this is already later than our average schedule. This is like 10 p.m. Belgium time that we started. So I hope I can still get the American bros here. But basically what I was saying is, you record videos of your gameplay. Ideally, what you can even do is edit them, like put them through something like DaVinci Resolve, Premiere Pro or whatever, then drag them in here, and this will automatically go for 600 pixel wide video. And 600 pixels is the exact width that you need for it to take up the full space that Steam gives. And then you don't get this like ugly, uncentered thing, basically. I think that is a big one that I would change. You've got GIFs though, which is pretty decent. This, yeah. Yeah. I would, yeah. I also don't know if the wanna help join should become this high up top. Because also, let's take a look. How many people are in here? 80 people, okay. That's pretty decent, I guess. I would, in my opinion, already just get rid of this at this point, because the link, the join the Discord, I generally would suggest putting it a bit lower though, not all at the top. Yeah. The Unicycle Pizza. We'll see about that. There is no one playing Unicycle Pizza Time in Japan at 5 a.m. So gather resources and strategically build up your settlement by day, fortifying it with a relentless onslaught of skeletons by night. 2D is pretty low, that's okay. I would put strategy lower. Put action RTS higher, building, city building, action, tower defense, survival, pro-gen, open survivor craft. Like, some of these are, no, these are pretty generic and should go top 4 here. I'm sorry, Seamus. How many games did I miss? Yeah. This game will get at, and my YouTube is blocking how much. I guess it's at most or at least 20k. I don't know. We'll see. We can take a look at how is it going. The thing is also preparing for next fest. If you saw the byte stream as well, it's changing a bit. 672. Yeah. The way it works is going to be more TikTok-y style. This screenshot is a wrong resolution and cuts off part of the UI, and it's only this one, because the other ones you can see, this one has black bars at the bottom because it's like a wider aspect ratio. Okay, at least 20k. The problem is, this is one of those cases, I think, where you're making a 2D game, like 2D pixel RC game, you're automatically going to not be able to charge like $15 for this, for example. So that is one thing. I think there's also streamers that play this. There's streamers that play every game. So I think that is fine. I'll be making a video coming out next Tuesday. That is once again like a full breakdown of how did we actually reach out for streamers. Would you give me feedback on the devlogs I'm making, please? That could be an interesting one, Tilt Loop. How you do that is you submit to the Improve My Game section on our Discord, which is linked down below. I think $20 is already for if you're like Stardew Valley levels for pixel art. Whereas if you make like a asset flippy 3D game, you can charge $20 relatively easily if it's in like the right genre. Like for example, automation games, 4X games, and things like that. Oh, this is also a bad aspect ratio screenshot. Get all of your screenshots at 1080p, my dude. What is this even? Can I see the resolution? 1745 by 1080p. What? Why? Just why? Yeah, that's the thing. Like $10, like $8 to $10, probably $10, and then assuming that you discount, like most of your sales will come through discounts, so you're at $8. I think $15 would be very rough to justify already for a lot of people, and it sucks. I know. I'm just taking a quick look. Did they have it? Okay. Should I make my first game Love Exact Games? If you like to be depressed and get big ass eye bags like this, go for it. I mean, it depends on what you want. If you want to just make games as a hobby, go for it. So 50% around 7. Yeah, I think this game would not sell for a lot, like more than $10, €10. I think it's gonna get harder. Can you make a video about free games? Oh, like how to monetize free games? Love XR? Because I think that could be interesting as well, actually. I've never thought about that. Like, what if you go free to play and can you still make money from it? So, where are we? What else? Yeah, we have the two GIFs. Make the GIF 600 pixels. Get rid of this bracket. Maybe even just get rid of the join the Discord, or at least not as much space that it takes up. Okay, this is fine. I think the capsule is also pretty good. Trailer is good. Redo the screenshots, and I think you're gonna have the best shot you're gonna have. I think it's very interesting to see with that new TikTok style algorithm that there's gonna be for Next Fest. My general thought is going to be that there's gonna be a very big skew towards 3D, because 3D is just so much easier to get that initial idea, or like that initial like drip feed of, hey, this is something I want to be interested in. Whereas pixel art, a lot of people, and it may sound dumb and you may think like, oh my god, Marnix, you're very harsh. A lot of people will look at it and they'll be like, oh, once again, another Game Boy game. We saw this with the Summer Games Fest, where there were a lot of indie games being covered because there were just no AAA games. And a lot of people on XD Everything app, like regular gamers who are more, like, how do I say this? They are more like playing Black Myth Wukong and all of that. They do not like this genre at certain points, but those are people who are also going to be participating in Next Fest, and they're going to take down. Like, it's similar to saying like, oh, I don't like Mr. Beast videos, but at the end of the day, I am a very small percentage of people who actually don't like it, and most of the people out there. And I can be like, oh, I like the more niche down, like long form content, low edit style videos. That's similar with 2D pixel art. Some people will love it, but out of the entire amount of people that there are, it's just not as much. And if you have that more TikTok style algorithm of determining you get some free visibility, and then if people react positively to it, it can hurt pixel art games. So I'm gonna see how we can do. Yeah, I released it for €5-7. I would release it for at least €8 then. And then, yeah, just discount it. Go for €8, I think is better than. I think, yeah. I also saw this very funny comment. Wait, let me find it. Yeah, Trico Blunt. Can you make a video of trying to succeed in an unpopular genre? I am. Just choose a popular. I think it's easier to just switch to a popular genre and make a shit game looking at Forge Industry, and you'll get more sales. Yeah, there's so many pixel art games in the end of the day. It's my general suggestion is, if you can and you're not an S tier pixel artist, just go for 3D. That's the one thing now, because we have the thinking of, okay, continue Guild Architect, we do something else, and the one requirement that I put out for the team is always 3D. Never 2D, like either drawn or pixel art. One, we don't have the artists, and two, it's just handicapping ourselves or kneecapping ourselves for no reason. Yeah, do sales as much as you can, basically, is the whole thing. We made a video about it a while back of how our sales, the first sale we did for Forge Industry, even though it was just 20%, sold for more in total than our entire launch, plus the boost we got from the YouTube video about how much we sold our game for. It's hard to justify raising prices. I'm making a game, same with Luck B, and even if 50% more content, most people won't pay more. Yeah. How about Pseudo 2.5D art? I think you're still better off just making 3D. Is what it comes down to. We have one new post. Is it the devlogs? Okay. Oh, it's someone else. Oh, looking for some feedback. Aha, this came in as well. Let me download this as well in the meantime. And then we'll just go through. I have 3 titles in total that I'm going to go through today as well. Why am I not pushing more content for Guild Architect? Why? You'll see that in the video on Friday. Because you guys, I love you. Really, I love you guys, but you are not buying our games. And I think a lot of YouTubers don't understand. Okay, this is gonna sound weird. Let me rephrase it. My business side through YouTube is not to sell my game. My business side on YouTube is to make you better game devs. And by mixing the, hey, I'm making these hyper-edited devlogs, I'm kind of like, yeah, sure, you'll be interested in it like a one-off. That's what I liked about the Unicycle Pizza Time devlog. I wouldn't even have made it if it was up to me. Because I also think, well, it's just not a good way of marketing around... Can I pull it up? Oh, well. I'm gonna leak some... Am I gonna leak some stuff? No, I'm just gonna keep it like this. We made a devlog. Let me pull up my YouTube studio. I think that's better. And it was... Training courses coming soon. No, we're not gonna make courses anytime soon yet. Let's go to content and let's go to Unicycle Pizza Time. So we made 2 videos about UPT. We have a trailer, 3.5k views, and then we have 8k views on our devlog. This devlog had about 170 wish lists that we got from it. No, did we get that much? Yeah, we did get that much. But that 170 wish lists didn't really convert that much. If any Indonesians bought the game, yeah, we have some people who bought it. Not that many. We have a lot of views for Indonesians. I'm gonna actually... There's this thing, I'll talk about it more in next week's video. Well, time to expose myself. How am I gonna do this? Well, too bad. Okay, it is hidden. Well, my email address is known at this point. Am I gonna get cancelled? No, do not do this. So there's this tool called CoverageBot, and what it basically does is it tracked all of the people who played the game. It's pretty nice, and you can like see this guy, yes, approve, and you can see everyone who covered your content and the style of, and then we can link it to our Discord so we get Discord notifications when people go live. And let me see, like the Obit, this guy, this is an Indonesian guy, and he played with a few other people. You can see like how many views all of the videos have. Total views, can I sort by that? I guess it dies. Oh, I'm talking about Twitch. Okay, so Twitch, we have this many. YouTube total views is 56k, 45k, 8k, and then there are a few more, like the Poo Panda is also Indonesian. These did not convert that highly though. Same for the Frustrated Gamer. I didn't even notice from our sales stats that this video came out yesterday and it got 56,000 views. Like the Japanese conversion rate, so to say, is much higher than any of the other countries, like view to actual copies bought, basically. I'm gonna see were all of these people I contacted. Some of them were the Frustrated Gamer I did, Obit I did, Tomari Mari, Calamity Sam, Mintoso I didn't, this one I didn't, this one I didn't, this one I didn't, and this one I didn't. So definitely some I did. Oh, we even have some people on TikTok. The TikToks ones I definitely didn't. YouTubers, K-Star I did, and that's about it. I think the Kiwa one, maybe. I have a full list. I have like a full Excel list. This website is impress.games. It's their coverage thing. Now, the thing is, it is a somewhat expensive tool. I got it for free because I was like, hey, it actually went down in price. This used to be, I think, $35. It's 24 bucks a month, but if you use codes, let me find it. Yeah, Bite Me 10, you get another 10% off at purchase, basically. But it's just something I haven't really pushed it yet because I hadn't tested it before. But I'm gonna be talking a bit more in depth about the main things I liked about this and the tracking and things like that in the video next week. So yeah, this is UPT. Wait, okay, Damien, what do you want to go for? The thing is, this tool could work for Guild Architect as well. It's just a different list, and it could work for Forge Industry as well. It's just different lists of who you reach out to. Your conversion rates may be different, but views are views at the end of the day, and just tracking how many people are actually making content about the game and things like that is already very interesting as well, because that's what I like about this. Let me not So here we have this coverage channel where you have the coverage bot, and it just lets you know every time someone makes a piece of content or someone goes live and whatever. So it's also very easy for me to like here, it's like, oh, new stream. Like right now, no one is streaming on Twitch, but otherwise it's very easy to like hop in and interact and like watch with what people are doing. I'm wondering where my point went. This is not purely a sales pitch for coverage bot, but it's something that I have been enjoying more than I thought so. It's once again, it's a bit expensive, but you don't need this for like, I think this has been worth it for us. I mean, we didn't pay for it, but I was a bit, conversion rates being lower compared to Japan for UPT. Still pushing Steam page on devlogs for wishlist. This wishlist might not convert. The thing is then still, if you're looking at the Steam algorithm, we're talking about getting a few thousand wishlists in a 48-hour period. The thing is, we have a conversion rate, generally devlogs have a conversion rate of 0.8 to 1.2% views to wishlist. So the amount of views you need to get is kind of bonkers. And yeah, you can do a slow drip feed, but I think it doesn't matter, because why does it not matter? I'm gonna show you. Sasquatch B has been pushing Samurado for so goddamn long, and he's certainly at about 800-ish outstanding wishlists, because one, it's a 2D game. That's, I'm not saying anything about it, but two, second of all, like, you will very easily like make people more annoyed, I guess, of always saying the same thing. The Sasquatch slander. Here we go again. Hey, he does have 69 followers, which is nice, but he actively pushes his game a lot. And still you're at 828 wishlists after more than a year of pushing it on your YouTube. It's just different. Yeah, it costs money, that thing. I was also pretty meh about it, but it's all right, I guess. There are some bugs with it. I've been able to talk to them, like the dev, and they are doing better. Because it looks boring, yeah, but still, that's the thing. People find Guild Architect looking boring as well. A sign that... Is this a sign? 828 wishlists after a year of non-stop pushing is not a sign that the game is very interesting. It's just different. Still, my point is, guys, if you're a game dev YouTuber and you make videos about running your studio and whatever, then getting those wishlists, if you want initial wishlists, you need 1,000 plus, like 2,000 ideally on launch. I think it's Chris Zukowski made a thing about it, how to market a game.com. Let's take a look. And he has this thing called benchmarks of how much should you get when you launch your Steam page. And like ideally you need to get a 1,200 wishlists, or 7,000 is kind of, you're not getting that, but usually, but 1,200 wishlists on like the first 48 hours of when you like start your picture. Let's just say picture, start your Steam page. My God, it's too early. We are not getting, we launched our game Unicycle Pizza Time with 500 wishlists. That was not what we got when the game went up. That's when the game released. And it still worked out relatively good. But if we want to get 500 wishlists, the amount of content we would have to create would have to go like near viral. Like we're talking about like videos in the style of how much our previous game earned, where we can almost guarantee getting like 50k views or whatever. And even then, conversion rate isn't that much. And even then, guys, you have to understand, it's not even the best thing. Let's say I can plug one thing, because there's only so many things you can plug in a YouTube video. And I could either plug, go and wishlist Guild Architect, or I could plug, go to patreon.com, or go into the link down below where you can book up the one-off coachings. Even though that may not convert as much, it's going to be much more worth it for me, because my audience is game developers. I think Victor is also saying it as well. The thing is, it depends on what you want if your audience. If you're like us, pushing Guild Architect doesn't matter as much. If you have a brand new channel, you can focus on, hey, making content purely about the game. And that's your whole YouTube brand then, making content about your game and showcasing your game. That is an approach you can do as well. And that's kind of how you get Mind Over Magnet is kind of a special one. Is it not called Mind Over Magnet anymore? Why can't I find it? So it was coming out soon, no? November 7th. Okay, let's see. Like this game, that's 37k wishlist with a 1.5 million subscriber audience and like a lot of videos about the game. This is not your average indie game anymore. So yeah. Yeah, game dev people to other people. Our wishlist for Forge Industry were like 4%. Now that's, no, 3% at the beginning and it went up to 7%. Now that's also is we did the launch discount, we kind of overpriced it. Like a lot of things were wrong there. But generally there is this thing still. I think Nivmis made a video. Let me shout out. Nivmis, he made a game that actually did go viral at some point. He has one of his videos here, 3.6, 20k, 450k views. Like, this is a big ass game. And then you can see he made a video a while back. My game failed and I'm happy about it. And I think in here, he launched with 3,100 wishlists. 3,100 wishlists, and he has a video that is 450k views. So yeah, it's a very interesting video, guys. I'm not gonna become a React YouTuber, but Nivmis, if you want to know more about like, hey, some more stats, he's pretty open about it. I like him, so take a look at that. But that's the thing. There's a difference between a YouTube audience and if you pick a video on how to pick a good studio name. It literally does not matter. You can, okay, maybe don't call it Blunt Studios, but yeah. You have to get so many views for wishlist if you're doing the things. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. 0.8% conversion rate view to wishlist generally. And then that wishlist to purchase rate is also lower than usual. I think Nivmis talks about it in this video as well. So go and take a look at it. I feel like I've gotten 17 times derailed. I was going to look at a devlog. And then I'm gonna look later. Okay. So if you want to go for more of a virality approach, I guess this is what you're going to get. Hi, Damien. 107k views, 1.56k. Now, this is short form. Is this short form content? I think so. Let me actually quickly... because like I have this thing just to make sure that it plays correctly. Or no, it's a YouTube watch.
I made a massive mistake.
Okay, I don't know. Is this a short or not? Let me quickly take a look. Damien, oh, I already have you open. Okay, yeah. So it's all shorts. 15k, 107, 18k, 7.8k. The question is there a call to action here, Damien? Is there like
10 of Ask
anything you want people to do? Okay, conversion is pretty good. Yeah. Like shorts, once again, you have that same thing of, hey, it can convert, and for certain games it works. The Discord is the only call to action. Well, that should be fine. One tip actually I can give you then, if Discord
Day 10 of asking for a dash. I can't believe that someone actually had so much dedication to comment 10.
Pause this. Okay, whatever. So one tip I have for shorts, if you have call to actions, is oh, there's no Discord link here either. I want to find the Discord link.
Second video.
What you should do. Where's your call to action if you have Discord? Am I dumb? Is there no? Where's your Discord link? Is it only here? This one? Why are you not plugging it more? Okay, so here's what you're gonna do, my boy. Next time, you're going to go to the comments and you're going to immediately make a comment, join the Discord, and you're going to pin that. People in shorts, they do not look at the description because it's so obnoxious. Like, you can't put it in the description. Like, just change your default description to include it. But always pin, like, people will go and read the comments on shorts because we just have, even for shorts, their attention span is too small, so they open up the comments and read it that way. Always pin a comment with your call to action when you're making short form content. That is the most easy way, because a lot of people, once they're in the shorts feed, they're not going to go out of it as well. So here you can make it very easy. Pin the comment, have a link to your Discord, and use it like that. 111 people watching as well. Whoo, that is more than I expected, but I think that's the benefit of doing a 5 a.m. stream. So yeah, you sent us your big devlog. Let me just pull that one up again. Yeah, so for example, Winklark has been pinning a link tree that works as well. So yeah. Does it show at the bottom of the video? No, so the thing you see at the bottom, let me see if I can find it. I'm gonna kill Twitch chat for a moment on my phone, I'm sorry. I think if I go to the Bite Me Games shorts, visit channel, there's another thing you can do, which is link to other videos, where we did that with the Bite. You're never gonna see this, I feel. Let me check. I'm gonna need to open my OBS so I can see myself. Yeah, no, you're not seeing that. Basically, let me see. Who does this? Who does this? Is it Carter PCs? He definitely does this, I think. I do not really watch short form content.
Just because you weren't invited doesn't
No.
mean you can't go.
No, this does not have it, but sometimes what you have is here at the bottom, there's a link to another video. You can do that, but those are only to other videos, not to like URLs, basically. If you want to do URLs, you have to put it in the comment. Guys, if you want me to try out things, submit in the Improve My Game on our Discord link down below. But I don't know, once again, let me see, how is this doing? My PC is dying. That's the problem. I can see my temperatures as well. How much is it giving me for just looking at it? It's a chill 95 degrees. So my laptop is already permanently thermal throttling. Like if I put it on performance mode, you will die as well. Oh, it's going down from 90. Time for new Dono goal so I can get an RTX 4090 laptop. Let's take a look at this short. Also, Winklark, send one of your shorts. Could be an interesting one since we're looking at shorts anyway.
I made a massive mistake. I created a new channel where I'm posting progress of a game I'm making, and in the first video I said, I'm building a game world by placing one tile for every like on this video. And boy, that did not age well. I have to put 1,304 tiles. It looked kind of bad, so I just completed the basic tile set, and after spending hours and hours and hours of manual labor, I was finally done. And this is 1,304. Wait, that's it? That's so much smaller than I thought.
That's what she said.
Well, this game needs to grow, so I guess it's time for round 2. One tile for every like on this video. And after seeing how easy the last one was, I'm not afraid of you.
Okay. So I think this is a
massive mistake.
very good because it's super fast editing. Like we're 2 seconds in and
I made a massive mistake.
we have sound. We have like 4 sound effects as well in the first 2 seconds. This is a very fast
I created a new
short
channel
form
where I'm
intro,
posting
and that's how you're
progress of a
supposed
game
to
I'm
do it.
making, and in the first video I said, I'm building a game world.
I think, yeah, the thing is, if you were to make this a call to action and be like, hey, I want wishlists, it's hard to get those to convert because regular YouTube views to content or like store pages, wishlist conversions are already very low, 0.8%. And then doing that for shorts, which is like very notorious for being horrible in terms of call to actions, is more hard basically. And that's also why you see a lot of people that start on TikTok, not regarding just purely game dev, but just anything in general. The moment that they're on TikTok, they submit something and they want to make money, they will try to funnel you to YouTube because the audience on TikTok does not care about you, does not care about your product, does not want to go and leave the TikTok app or the short form app like the YouTube Shorts page and basically that. So I would worry about it. I hate my... Oh, I just got a link. Let's take a look at it. So this is someone else, one of yours. Take a look at how he does short form contents. What is this? How one man saved 450 likes. Can I see how many views this has actually? 10k views. Okay. Oh yeah, so here you have the description. This is actually not a clickable link, I think. And then you have the comments, wishlist here as well. Yeah, so that's good. So this is what you should do instead, because this is what people will look at. Best place to get wishlists for by far was Reddit. It depends on the subreddit, it depends on the genre. And it depends on the moderators that run that subreddit. It can be really good and it can be really bad as well. Yeah, shorts also just take a lot of time. Like you say, 2 to 4 hours. I think Win Clark can say something about how long it takes to make 1 minute or like not even 1 minute shorts.
My game only has one piece of UI in it. One, that's it. And it's the most important part of the game. It shows you the angle you'll jump at. And as you reptiles know, jumping is all this turtle does. I don't think this arrow will cut it. I mean, look at it. So, a message to my UI guy. Nick here does amazing work.
I think the big thing, I talked about this before with you, Win Clark, the editing is pretty spot on for this short. I just need more of that. What's going on, everybody? I made a game. You're all dumb people or something. I need more energy, basically, is what I would do here still.
Especially when under intense pressure. He obviously wanted to work on this really badly, and within a day, he delivered several unique arrows to try out.
But I think we talked about this before, Ben. It's hard.
Nick being the G he is, he also wishlisted I Hate My Legs. Unlike you reptiles, wishlist I Hate My Legs.
So yeah, I think actually, let me check. You can probably add UTM tags to a link tree pretty easily. I don't know if you're using that, but if you don't, you should use it. Wait, where's the wishlist now? Yeah, so what you can do is, I don't know exactly how Steam UTM works again. Here, but basically then you can see where your people came from as well. Like, do they come from shorts and things like that? So look into it. Like here, you add an UTM source and a UTM campaign and things like that, and you can get a lot more extra tracking of how many people came from the short, how many wishlisted it, and how many actually bought it. So I think that would be one tip for you, Win Clark, is to add UTM tags here to the link tree, because once again, it's this big image, people will not see it. Like you can see down below in the corner. Oh no, you can't see it because I'm in the way. Great, well, normally where I'm sitting right now, there's like a little URL thingy and it just shows it here, but you don't see the full URL here. So add the UTM tag is what I would say. Oh, Linktree has tracking. Okay, perfect. It's already hidden. So you can see how much the conversion rate is. If you're just doing anything URL-wise, I do generally suggest using UTM. We personally haven't been using it that well as well, but it's one of those things where I would implement it if you could. You said that you have a more energetic one now. One view. I feel bad for you, my dude.
Since you reptiles suck at video games, I have to do something drastic. I have to add a tutorial to my game. It's such a simple game, since it only uses 3 buttons, but you people can't even figure that out. How? A 5-year-old can figure it out. You people got wrecked by a 5-year-old.
Energy is definitely much better
What
here.
now? Wishlist I Hate My Legs on Steam, you reptiles. Since you reptiles...
It's also shorter. Yeah, this is the one you just uploaded, I think, because it has 1 view.
Since
so maybe there's a bit of a delay on this. Yeah. Oh, like literally just, let me see. Shorts. No, my dude, you haven't uploaded anything new since that. What's UTM? It's like universal tracking, urchin tracking module apparently, but it's like the industry standard to see where do your clicks come from. It's very easy. It's just part of your URL. And you can add any custom string of where do people come from. Like, oh, they come from social platforms, like they come from Snapchat, like the UTM source is an example. And you put that in the link. And then you can later on track where people came from through like your dashboards. Anything analytics-wise will support the UTM and gives you more depth than just, oh, someone visited the site. You can see they visited the site and do it. Yeah, so this is indeed a game that I think fits with the short form content. Hey, did you get 520 subs still from just shorts? That's not bad. Just build it up. What works for me to get those views is literally do features with people in the comments. I bet you can do this feature, yeah. Audience engagement is generally pretty good. I think there's also a big difference. You're doing it more for the content, Damien. This is more for the wish list as the goal, I would guess. Okay. Why is there 170 people here? I was like, oh, I hope this stream doesn't get that many views so I can stay in bed next time. Like, yeah, tried it at 5 a.m. It's not working. Aha. This is the second devlog. Let's take a look at this. I'm not gonna watch the full thing. I'm gonna skip through it. But okay, first thing I see is 4 minutes and 10 seconds. Pretty good. I think the thumbnail... Red arrows do not work that well anymore. And if you don't understand the red arrow, I think you're better off not using the red arrow. I think is the best. I think a good example of horror thumbnails is Wishbone Games. Yeah, he does horror thumbnails pretty well, in my opinion. Oh, he does use the red arrows. One funny thing, if I may remember correctly, what is his most popular? Yeah, basically. Also, once you see a thumbnail that works, like this one 320k views, let me zoom in a little bit, and this one 87k views, just copy it and make the exact same thumbnail again. Don't be scared of reusing thumbnails, basically. But this is like these are, I don't know how to describe it, but these are very good thumbnails for horror games. Get a lot of chicks. Also the devs for Choo Choo Charles. They do thumbnails for their devlogs really well as well. They're doing horror, something star. No, I can't find their. Well, look at find whoever. I can find who. I'm too lazy. Whatever. Let's take a look
I
at the
added a
devlog.
bunch of ambience that changed my game from this joyful, not scary scene to completely atmospheric horror game. Hey everyone, it's Kyle here.
Also, my PC is lagging too much. I hate this. I hope I will not... Oh, 2-star, that's the name. I'm gonna wait for my PC to cool down in a moment because I also can't run a video at full speed anymore. 2-star games. Or just 2-star. Like, they also have very good thumbnails. Okay, yeah, now it's for like the Choo Choo Charles thumbnails. They look kind of cursed. But that's because horror also has more of a widespread audience once again. And this is the stuff that a lot of people click at the end of the day. It's maybe not what you like, but it is what the audience likes. And I think that is something... You watched an entire Thomas Brush video? Yeah, I do. Gonna fight me? Like, these thumbnails will probably make you go like, ew, no, I'm too good for that. The thing is, if you feel like that, well, then you're losing out on 90% of your audience, basically. Look into fan control. Yeah, it's just, it depends on like all of the PC. Like, I put it on performance mode and it's still on 92 degrees because it's just suffering so much for some reason. And I have cleaned it like a month ago. There's no... Which one is it? Oh, I think it's... I didn't fully watch it. The stream came out 23 minutes ago. How would I have watched a 54-minute long stream, my dude? So, no. I did not watch the whole thing. But these are good ideas. Let's go back to here.
And welcome back to the second devlog of
gonna
our horror game series. Well, let's get right
I'm
in.
gonna kill some tabs in the meantime. So, although that shouldn't be the case. I don't need these anymore. I'm gonna kill my Premiere Pro for a second as well. We need the performance, guys. And Kid Kraken can die as well. Okay,
I added a bunch of ambience that changed my game from this joyful...
this changed absolutely nothing. Let me switch to 72060. We'll get there. Just dip it in water.
I added a bunch of ambience
Okay,
that
this
changed my
helps.
game from this joyful, not scary scene to completely atmospheric horror game. Hey everyone, it's Kyle here, and welcome back to the second devlog of my horror game series.
Zoom in more on your
Let's
face.
get right into it. My horror game doesn't have any sound, no atmosphere,
Okay.
no prop.
That I was not gonna watch the full thing. I'm just gonna take a look for it. Yeah, the more cursed, the more interesting. Like, make it look very weird. Like, what is this? So, one thing here, this is an advantage, something I always tell people when they're like starting YouTube, is
I wanted to look
okay, you're zooming in here, but let's say this is the full frame basically. I always suggest, and this is more if you're video, like recording in 4K, because it allows you to do much more in the edit. Don't ever just use whatever your camera sees as the main final source. There's this thing called composition, rule of thirds, where right now your face is kind of placed in a weird spot on the screen basically. And oh, I just killed my Premiere Pro, but you'll notice that for me, it's always either like the 1/3, like there's like this 1/3 grid. Right? Photography grid, I guess is what it's called. Yeah, this basically, you always want to put your face, like imagine this grid on top of your video, put your face on one of these two corners basically. That's what it comes down to. And you can do that by recording in 4K, not having to worry too much about the exact angle and how you're moving, and then punching in the edit. Now the thing is, you're using
something new, and I learned that
I assume just a regular webcam, because
pretty
kind of
nice. So that's where I wanted to go. I've added the background music, footsteps, and random would be pretty much bad. And props. Right now, the game environment is pretty.
The problem that Another easy thing that I could say, if you do have I have no better way to describe this, a boring background, is to do something like what I'm doing. Why am I looking so pale also? I just noticed. Oh well. Is to use something like NVIDIA's broadcast, like this thing, because that's also what we use for our devlogs. Cycle pizza time. And we're gonna find the devlog. Suffering from success. Okay, I'm just gonna have to go to Bite Me. Or actually, I have it open here. Releasing game in 1 month. Is this a good devlog? I personally still don't think this is a good devlog. But it's like a thumbnail game. Honestly, this thumbnail is so bad. But
Much more on.
this is a shot I recorded in front of green screen. You do not need a green screen. What you can also do is you take your OBS Studio, or like, yeah, whatever other thing. Yeah, I have it so that you can't see OBS. You make a scene, you give it a very green background, like the standard green screen, and then you take your camera, pump it through NVIDIA Broadcast, and then take NVIDIA Broadcast and put that into OBS, and then you get this, how I am like transparent. And sure, it's a bit wonky now because I'm doing this live. I have it on the performance setting instead of the quality setting, and all of that basically, but it's going to help give a lot more availability to dynamic stuff, because here there's permanently something going on the screen as well, because I can put gameplay on there. Whereas, oh, did I kill the video? Okay, well, let me pull it up again. Here there's a lot of scenes where you're just sitting in front of a white wall.
Get anything in Unity.
It's not the best thing to do. I think another good example, I think it's Bricky who does this.
God bless the skull of Virginia.
You know, they sit, there's this whole thing like Nicky Jakey and things like that, just sitting in front of like a chroma key, or just chroma keying yourself. You don't have to actually own a green screen. Yeah, How to Market a Game does it as well. It allows for a lot more interactivity, I guess is the best way I can say it. So yeah. I have a feeling that, okay. Do I recommend devlogs for JRPG game devs? No, I do not. I think generally devlogs only work if you're making very devlogable games. So games like, for example, Haste is another one that is very devlogable. This is a trailer, but it's like extremely fast-paced. So all of that. Like, these are the kinds of things that people want now on YouTube. They don't want very slow JRPG content. I'm sorry, B-Train. Yeah, it's another thing where in this video, Thomas wanted to have a plant for some reason, because he's like, I'm a cool kid. You get like the little laugh mic, even though objectively it's dumb. I think I can show you actually. I made a video once about the gear. I have it here. Like, we just put this thing. This is our microphone. Oh, you're gonna hear it double now. Uh-oh. You just take the microphone basically, and we just clipped it on the plant pot. And that's once again one of those things where you can move around with your hands. It adds a little extra hook. If you're doing the devlog game, you have to do these things basically. And does it feel weird sometimes? Yes, it does. But yeah, the plant was genius made me laugh. It's like, why do we have a plant? We never explain it. We never talk about it. So that is the one thing. Like doing those devlogs, you see it a lot worse. Or like it's wooden spoons, it's bananas. Everyone does it. It's also not just purely looking. I guess my guy that does well with devlogs for a pixel art game. Oh yeah, I know who you mean. We tier listed him on our Patreon. We have a whole YouTuber tier list on Patreon. I have some qualms though with the guy. DevDuck is the name. So DevDuck makes videos. Yeah, I got it, guys. Don't worry. My big problem that I have with DevDuck is he made so many videos and he does not have any call to action. He does he has a Patreon? I didn't know he had a Patreon. Okay, yeah, not bad. So his game is called Dolphin and he's got millions of views at this point. And let's take a look at, he must have a lot of, he has no Steam page. And I think at that point, there's his goal for making devlogs is not to get wishlist and it's not to sell his game. That's the plant we saw, the whole industry plant we keep hearing about, no. And the thing is, he's a YouTuber where, like I said before, if you were here earlier in the stream, you have different goals, I guess, so to say, for what do you want to get from your YouTube? Do you want to get wish lists? Or do you want to make money? Or do you want to sell something? All of that. And in this case, it's very much not I want to get wish lists. Because if he wanted to release this game anytime soon, and he wanted to, it's like we're doing game dev as the hook for why we run a YouTube channel. But in our Patreon video, I compared him more to a tech YouTuber in a special niche versus actually being a game developer planning on actually doing the commercial part of selling a game and all of that. And clip this and send this to him. I don't like, it's probably gonna be out of context. Like he's still making a game at the end of the day, but I wouldn't look at this as your like guideline of how am I going to make my own game. This is a good point to look at how would I run a YouTube channel, but not focused on actually running a game, because this once again, these videos, they take a long time to edit, like 5 months and like 1 video a month basically. And then you also know, like, hey, you can see, okay, the morning person, this is an out one, but like day in the lives and developer with full-time job, you'll learn these core things of these things work. Tools I use are also like like here, like multiple videos about how he would do his day in the life, then 3 videos basically about his setup. Like these, the main performing videos of his YouTube channel. He does this as a hobby and not a career. That's the thing I want you guys to know. And that's fine, but don't look at him and be like, oh, I'm gonna be like DevDuck and then try and make a commercial game. Because if you purely look at DevDuck and try to mirror that, it doesn't work. If you look at DevDuck and you're like, I want to become a YouTuber, you're doing much better. Enjoys making YouTube videos, but that's something that a lot of people don't see that. They see him as a just game dev first. And if you're not planning on actually having things like store page and things like that, then I don't think these are lame graphics as well. Like this is better
everyone,
than what
thanks for
most of
joining
you
me.
guys can make.
Week so
No
far.
offense.
The ocean, I have
Well,
and just keep it in memory until I need it, so I'm not doing.
like these boats and things like that, you might be like, oh, this is very simple, whatever. This is not very simple already. Like this is already pretty somewhat in depth, and you're going to still have that same problem of you can't charge as much for 2D as you can for 3D. Yeah, the graphics are not bad. The problem is these take a lot of time to make. What about Danny? Danny was gone before I joined game dev, basically. I absolutely hate the videos he makes. I can't stand watching them, is what it comes down to. Because it's not my content. The content I watch is the antithesis of Danny and Mr. Beast and all of that. So I think the worst thing I can say, or like the best thing I can say, is you're most likely not funny enough to be Danny. You can look at what works, but it's not just his editing and things like that. Is any of these games on par with Vampire Survivors, or are they all irrelevant? What does that matter? I don't get it. I think 2D tile-based pixel art is kind of overdone. This point in time, it's not. Is it overdone? Maybe, but it's just harder to sell as well. Let's say. Okay. Steam page feedback. Let's keep moving, guys. Keep the ball rolling. Create your own cards in this roguelike deck builder. Speaking of genres that are getting oversaturated, cutting and pasting through your deck, journey into the chasms, fighting of dragons and Balvics as you manage scarce resources. This is a great capsule. I really like this. The gameplay does not look like the capsule at all. What happened? Like we have this super vibrant capsule and we have this great logo, but then we have this dark and kind of, I don't know how to describe this visual style, but it's not great. Does the Forge Industry capsule look like the game? I think more. This has made me copium. Let me pull it up in a second tab. Forge Industry. Does it look like the game? Like at least the vibrancy levels match somewhat. Like you have green and green, like other colors. What it's here is it's like you have these super vibrant blues, and these two guys are, I think, are supposed to match each other because they both have the bandana, they both have the hat, they both have the blue shirt, and they just look so different. Might need to change the chat filter from top to all. Oh, are you guys breaking things? I don't. Live chat, does it change anything? Oh, let's see if this does anything. We'll see. I have no idea. I have one display, guys. Bear with me. It's just like this is my chat. It's a. Can you see this? I don't know. It's a tablet that is like sitting off on the side of my desk with a tiny chat in there as well. Can I change this one from top to all? Oh God. Filter top messages. Is it now all messages? I click this. Oh, here. All messages. I should have just turned it into fan funding only. Yeah, like the thing is, like I was saying, these two characters, they're supposed to be the same one, but it's like someone just took the saturation all the way down, and it's like, oh, I don't know about that. Yeah, a lot of games could be added by 2x saturation. Like also like the cut the cards, this font style is so different than the logo. Oh, like the capsule. Okay. Like the concept is also only shown once here, and it's like attack with daggers. Attack with eyes. And do you take the eyes and put it on the daggers? Let's take a look at the trailer. Okay, so this is very good in how it immediately explains what's going on. Let me go back to the start. Craft your cards. I would even drop the craft your cards maybe. Attack with poison. Bam. Attack with poison arrows. This sounds like a pain to program. Is that just me? Like this makes me suffer so much if I think about how it would be to program it. Capsule looks AI generated. No, my dude, this is not AI generated. No way. This is too good to be AI generated, in my opinion. This is done professionally. Also, the way they like hold everything, and this is done by an actual illustrator. Also, things like, for example, the shadow shading and things like that. If someone is using AI, they do not know how to add shading most of the time. This is very dark. But like, this is a different, like, look at the art of these. What happened to this poor Sphinx? What did they do to you, my brother? Yeah, I think this game needs more of an art overhaul. So I think trailer editing. Holy shit, bro! The Ark. I'll get the cards wishlist now. Public demo coming 2024. No demo yet. No, there's a playtest though. Okay. Note: this game does not use generative AI. I guess that's another answer. Concept looks super interesting. Yeah. How did you offset? Oh, if you put a GIF in a list, you can bypass the Steam padding, I think, because it like adds this thing. Pull this out of the list item, this image, so that it's more centered, because now you can see these two are not lined up. I did not know that. It was gonna be a thing. You have a lot of GIFs. I think this is good. I think the bigger problem stopping you here is just the art. Maybe, oh no, you have this. Attack with Poison Bullfrog, attack with Fireballs. These are good. Oof, this game has more wishlist than Sasquatch. I didn't say it as first. Let me pull it up. Cut the cards. The thing is, the reason it is I think it has a very cool hook. Oh, it does have barely more, but it has more. Also, it has a good capsule, which does a lot as well for things like wishlists. How did they cut the cards? They have like some YouTube videos? No. Okay, yeah, no, cut the cards. Game is not gonna help here because it's just a card game. Yeah, never mind. SEO is gonna be a rough one for this, I feel. I think, wait, what was the question originally? Steam page feedback. Planning on doing... Well, I think the focus should be more on the art. Like, also like the logo, not the logo, the UI. Like, what is this? Like, this is like a super high... Oh, great, I zoomed in. Like this is like a silverware. What is this? I don't know, but it's like 10 times the resolution of, like, for example, comparing the two hands. There's too much of a clash in those regards, basically. I made it by myself, the capsule. I guess you're the dev. Well, the capsule is really good. Why did you not pull through the visual style of the capsule to the game? This looks too dark, and this is gonna hurt you more, I feel. Yeah, text switching is interesting. Not a good hook. What can I say? So I would just put more effort into just the UI and the visuals, and the store page itself is fine. I think it's got all of the fancy GIFs, and oh, you can also just cut the cards in that way. It's gonna be the visuals that will be holding this game back right now, and I know, because that's what held back for the industry as well. And I think that was still a 3D game as well, in a genre that is more, or like less saturated. So I think you need to, the bar just needs to be higher here of what you need to get. Your DualSense controller, yeah. I think overall, yeah, nothing horrible. If I managed your YouTube channel, oh, I know your YouTube channel. Because the thing is, your most popular videos are like Gaussian splatting. Individual gags. 77k subs, not bad. Do you still do a lot of game dev? Yeah, 3.8. Like, that's the thing. You have this, you have two odd, like, yeah, you have like Gaussian splatting and some AI videos, and you have tutorials. I think the art direction is consistent. Yeah, it's the visuals. I don't know if it's animation, but it's just the everything tying together. And I think definitely the characters need to be better. The thing you stare at quite a lot, like there is, I'm not an artist, but there is no depth to the characters, I guess, because it's just a single static color, and like the hands are just lines and things like that. You need more red arrows in your thumbnails. Here, he has a red arrow. And another one. And another one. I think the big problem is that you have your original audience that comes for something else than what they're actually interested in now. It's the Code Monkey problem at the end of the day. Or like Code Monkey, it's not really a problem. The problem is you're too smart, I guess, because you have all of these very in-depth like topics. Is this a base 64 Jesus Christ, there go my ear. Am I? This isn't. Whatever, I'm not Pirate Software. Can you hire an artist? Me? I can't. Not with the money we have now. Wait, this is not latest. Give me latest. Okay. So we have machine learning. We have random crap. We have your game. You have Orsted. But all of these videos about game dev, so few views compared to like the videos that most of your audience is here for. And why do I call it the Code Monkey problem? Because if we go to YouTube, we'll call it Code Monkey Unity. Let's also pull up your channel on view stats in the meantime. Code Monkey 539k subs, but his videos on average get around 10-15k if you're lucky. But he has the same thing where he has a few videos that are 2.5 mil, 2 mil, 1.7 mil, and he gets so many subs from these, but they come for tutorials. They do not come for more like, hey, you should try this great strategy, but talks about us or some other new stuff and things like that. And I think that's the big problem. That's also like, once again, why I said earlier, we don't push Guild Architect so much because it just divides up your audience, individual CACs. How are your stats currently? Like, yeah, you've got 77k subs, but you get half our views, basically. How do I compare? Compare channels. Individual CACs. Like, you're not pulling in bad views, don't get me wrong. But I think and the problem is, if you were like, hey, I'm gonna focus purely on game dev, it's gonna suck because you will get less views. Like, yeah, we have half the size of subs basically, but you upload like one banger every so often, and then you get a lot of views again. And then, wow, it dropped off really hard here. Let me pull up yours again. Can I? Yeah. So videos, and then sort by. What was the videos that gave you so much views now? Yeah. Oh, the AI just figured out meshes. YouTube algorithm works better if there's more focus on the channel. Yeah, there's not that much focus. What is the trending? So what are your views that are getting still the most? Like right now, it's still Gaussian splatting. There's, okay, yeah, 1 year ago, this is getting some views. This came out 13 days and it's already kind of dead in the water compared to the rest by Snacky. And if you look at this, it's like, well, how you call it the Code Monkey problem? I call it the Thomas Brush problem. It's not the Thomas Brush. Is like, you have this problem where you will eventually, every YouTuber falls off at some point. Would I split the channel up? I would. I would make a Gaussian. I would keep individual CACs, the Gaussian splatting and other fancy stuff thing, like the 3D and all of that. And if you want, the thing is, it's gonna suck in the beginning. You can plug yourself more on game dev, on like the individual CACs, be like, hey, we're splitting it. Don't do a dedicated announcement video. Say it at the start of one of your new videos. Or like, I spent a month making, like, these videos are barely getting any views still. It's all the Gaussian splatting is what people come for to individual CACs, and I would change that. Also, you had some shorts I saw. Yeah, it's more of the image to 3D, but it's not that much. So that's what I would do. It will suck because you will lose a drop. I think another one, there's a lot of YouTubers who have this. Tim Kaine as well. Let's take a look, 160k subs. He's getting decent views still. The thing is, if you look at his popular ones, Fallout. Okay, this is not Fallout. Fallout. How much more? I don't know who this guy is. Probably Fallout. Game dev. Game dev. Fallout. I think this is, I don't know. I don't know the full Tim Kaine lore. But basically, Tim Kaine's main channel is Fallout. And yeah, a bunch of the stuff he got from the fact of the Fallout show coming out and more. Yeah, I know he works on the Fallout series. But that is why, like, he wanted to start this channel also just to talk about game dev. But he said it in one of his very many videos where he's like, yeah, it kind of sucks sometimes that he wants to talk about game dev, but it doesn't give him the same amount of views, basically. So yeah, there's like a very high amount of like these Fallout videos came out before the Fallout show as well. And that is the thing, it sucks, but this makes it harder also to do things like monetizing your channel, because you have these differences. When we go to partners like Rive or Crazy Games, we don't have to do people like Brilliant. Brilliant, they just look at how many views do you get and they don't care about the content. As long as you're not like spouting hate speech, you can do a Brilliant sponsorship. A Brilliant sponsorship is about, I would say, $20 per 1,000 views though. And it's like, hey, if you can guarantee like, hey, you're gonna get those devlog style bangers that get 20K to like hundreds of thousands of views, yes, it's worth it. If you're someone like us where, hey, maybe our videos do not
Hi everyone, it's me.
Hi, Tim Kane, it's me as well. If you have more of a focus like we have, we can go to someone like Rive and we can be like, hey, want to sponsor our DevCon footage? We have a very focused audience of only game devs who actually 100% fit you. And if you want to put in the extra effort of, hey, doing direct outreach, doing the cold outreach for things like sponsors, it's going to be a much easier sell than just looking at, oh, how many views does this channel have? Okay, we'll sponsor you, here's our generic contract. Versus, I have a very niched audience. I want to hop on a call with you right now. Crazy Games, I did the same. I hopped on a call with them. I talked about our audience. I talked about, hey, these are the views you're gonna get. I'm upfront of like, hey, let's say, I think I can see how many views they got. Basically, it didn't get many views in terms of the global, like not hundreds of thousands. Where is it? I want to go to my playlists. The DevCom/Gamescom playlist has 10 videos and has a total of, what is this? 40,000 views, basically. What are these spikes? Oh, the 100 tier list. Like, this is a relatively low number if you're doing things like Brilliant sponsorships. This is 800 euros. Oh, is this giving feedback on games? Well, we get side tangented basically. That's the problem. Like, I was giving feedback on this Game Dev YouTube channel, and then we got into here. Like, this is $800 if you're doing a Brilliant sponsorship, and then it has to come from a single video. So you need to go for very broad. If you have a very niche channel, you can be like, hey, the conversion will be much higher. And that is what happened. We have, like, I don't just do it as one-off transactions. I talked to Rive and Crazy Games afterwards. Rive wants to sponsor next year's DevCom already as well. And Crazy Games is also, although they're currently on vacation, they want to sponsor more content as well, because the conversion rate is just so much higher for a niched targeted advertisement versus this video has been brought to you by Brilliant. And Thomas is always like, oh, you should do Brilliant sponsorship products, we need the money. And it's like, no, because I cannot in good conscience be like, oh yeah, if you're a game dev, you need to do some brain puzzles from Brilliant.com who are sponsoring it. Maybe you can have it as a video topic. My friends, there is this channel called Patreon. No, that's not a channel. There's this place called Patreon. And then here I have a collection of unfiltered videos where every Monday I make more videos. And the ones that I did recently is I made one about expert secrets, which explains, hey, how do YouTubers work and YouTube courses and all of that. Then I made this one as well, talking about, hey, how do you actually make content for your studio? Hey, people like it as well. I made a tier list of game dev YouTubers together with Thomas. So there's a lot of extra content. Who is Rive? Rive are the people who sponsored one of the videos going to DevCon. And they make like UI stuff for game devs. The thing is, you may not do it. So Brilliant ads is where my sponsor block kicks in. Yeah. Which game dev channels do you think are doing it right? That's a good question. Let me see. Who am I actually subscribed to? Thomas Stewart. I think Thomas Stewart does pretty well. Of course, he's not perfect, but I think Thomas Stewart is one that I personally look at, and it's like the videos he makes, the view to subscriber stats and all of that. He does advertising and things like that. He can do it pretty well, I think. Like, his games maybe aren't the most successful. Like Bridges and Docks was not like a financial hit it out of the door. But I think he's a up and coming. He's got 10K subs at this point, but I've been following him since he had around 1,000. He's been doing very well, I think. He's doing the YouTube game relatively good and also still very humane is, I think, the best way, without having to go for this is not the guy who made Fruit Ninja. I know who you're talking about. Luke Muscat, I think. I don't watch Luke Muscat. I think he's not someone that I would look at as well. Or like he's not the content either. He's like the Fruit Ninja and Jetpack Road Joyride. Like this guy, he's doing the YouTube game well, 160k, but it's also kind of focused on some of his previous work and things like that. I like Thomas Stewart. He's just a solo guy making a YouTube channel, and I think he's doing it pretty well. Crazy Game sponsor went very well as well because they want to sponsor us again. So I don't have full stats on how many conversions and things like that, but the fact that they're like, hey, give us some more quotes means that generally they're pretty happy about what's going on, I think. So yeah, if you want to see how some other game dev channels are doing it right, like I said, we have this whole tier list where we tier list people, tier list YouTube channels which we think are doing it well. But generally, I think Thomas Stewart is the one that I actually enjoy watching the most right now. So yeah. Let's get back to games. Okay, I'm not gonna just open a Google Drive here. RPG project inspired by Diablo. What is the question you have? Would it be better to create a YouTube channel specifically for this game? I'm sure because of the time it requires. Generally, it is not worth it to make YouTube content, I think. For this game, no. Don't do YouTube. I think you're gonna be better off getting YouTubers to play your game, but not making your own content. It takes a lot of time to build up a YouTube channel. It takes like Thomas Stewart talked about it. It took him 15 months to get 1,000 subscribers. It took us that long as well, and that is not going to give you the many wishlist and sales. So I generally don't think, especially if you don't have a game that can like go instantly viral, don't bother with making YouTube channel. I think what are you supposed to do when there are no YouTubers playing your specific genre? Finding another genre? What genre is there that no YouTubers are playing is the question though. Yeah, I like the... I think the art style is actually really solid for this one. Wait, Vagrant Bender. Is this from this game or... In lost 65 wishes from posting this thing? Vagrant Bender? I have no idea if you're that person. Car combat. Oh, car combat. Yeah, car combat is rough. Then you basically have to go for general indie game channels and try them. But the vehicular combat genre has not been doing that great. Oh, you did Doodle Deities. Yes. Okay. Where was Doodle Deities? Doodle Deities. Here we are. Okay, so 65. Okay, so it's just from loading or like launching the store page, I guess. I don't have Steam page yet. I don't have Steam page yet. The thing is, once again, it sucks, but itemmarketing.com, benchmarks, you're underneath bronze right now. Though, what should you do? I don't know. I have a generic, if I have to, I guess. Well, you'll see once we upload our earnings video. Maybe you'll go for generic streamer bait horror concept. Vehicular combat is very tough. Also 100 wish lists is like minimum. We didn't get this either. We launched with 500 once again UPT. But you're gonna have to do more. Reaching out to YouTubers, things like that is gonna be a big one. But the problem is you're making a genre, roguelike deck builder, when the bar of quality is so high at this point that you need to have a pretty, not like finished game, but the game needs to be very good looking and things like that already. Now, I wasn't looking at this originally. What was I looking at? Roguelike deck builder is a slow grind. At this point, it is. What were we looking at? Okay, So Arcane Fencer Game Dev. Oh, there's a TikTok channel together wishlist for TikTok channel. Okay, I don't think this is a genre that would fit on TikTok, but yeah, I would drop the TikTok. If you're getting 11 views, you're not getting like even for why is it in Italiano? Mamma mia. Where's English? English here. We stopped doing TikTok because also for us, view profile, our oh, it's looking at hearts. Why? I don't want to get hearts. I want to get views. Well, or if we get about 700. Oh, I think I have to go to the. Why did they change it? Creator tools, video analytics. I do not use TikTok enough. Posts. Can I not see how many? Oh, I can. Yeah, like all of them, 285, 260, 700, 600, 700, 700, 700, 700. Like all of them get 700 and then they flatline. And we came to the conclusion that, hey, we're not getting any conversion from this. We're not putting in any more effort. Like our YouTube Shorts did a bit better. But still, oh no, I can just go here. Analytics, content, shorts. Like this one, the 10x Your Games Fun, got 15k views basically on its own. Almost, no, 10k views or something, but there was very low conversion to things like wishlist. Like this short that we made about UPT, 10,000 views, had like a zero impact on wishlist, for example. Yeah, why does it feel like there are too many variables that comes to Steam games? Because a lot of it is still luck at the end of the day. Like, for example, how UPT got big in Japan is, at the end of the day, luck. The thing is, you can make yourself more lucky by doing more things, by releasing more games, by trying out more different approaches. The more shit you throw at the wall, the higher a chance that something will stick. It sucks, but you're in game dev, my dude. That's all I can say, really. Improvement devlog, we take a look at this. Steam page speak. We look at this. Would it be better? Oh yeah, so YouTube channel specifically for this game? No, get people to play it. Make a demo. These are games that you sell through demos. Have a demo, have a Steam page, have something like that, and then send it out to as many people as you can. Would throwing shit at the wall be a good idea? You can try it. Oh, did Nullcorps ordeal? Oh, now you give me a trailer after talking shit about me on 4chan, do you? Well, let's take a look at it. Oh yeah, I was gonna download them. Yeah, paste anyway. Oh, well, it died. So this game, okay, was also a precision platformer. It also came down. I love TikTok. It's my biggest platform. Yeah, it depends. The one you just got blocked instantly. Yeah, that's the thing. No, not available. Does anyone know how to push TikTok videos to a US audience? I don't know. What formats do you have? I only have a 7. Okay, I guess. Oh, I didn't want that. 139 for the audio. Don't throw too solid shit. It isn't sticky enough. We're getting some peak life advice here, guys. Peak life advice. Let me pull up my Premiere Pro again. Yeah, the TikTok audience does not care about you at all. Have I seen Jonas? Yeah, I have. Of course. I have only heard about it 5 million times. Jonas Tyrell is pretty solid. He's enjoying his life now. Wait, which is it one? It's the one with the boats, right? Here. This problem changes your perspective on game dev. It's good. Oh. I don't think it's a 2-week period. I know, first 2 weeks. Okay, well, then you still have some chance of success. But then the thing is, your views, they curve. So if you're not doing any more effort yourself, you're not going to get any more views, actually. Yeah. I think that I have heard the thing before where you need to upload through the mobile app versus the web clients as well, so you get more reach. What was I going to look at? I'm actually going to very quickly head to the toilet as well, because this green tea makes you pee so much. So I'm gonna put this giant thing up. I'm not gonna bring my microphone along here. Guys, entertain yourselves. I'll be back in a second. How am I gonna do this? Let's take off my mic. Okay, let's make it 2 minutes, because I need to head out for a second. Boys, don't be nice. Don't bully each other. See ya. Yeah, we didn't lose that many people. Not bad. You're now gonna get some ASMR of me touching my chest. Man, I'm so clumsy. Clumsy, boo-hoo. I am back. This can go. But don't save. Have I downloaded the sound as well? Yes. Hey guys, am I still here? Am I still here? Hello. Okay, I am. I posted we launched our Steam page post. Yeah. Oh, Patreon exclusive. You wouldn't know, Volcanic, because you're not in the Patreon. Uh-oh. I'm still here. Perfect. Seem to have behaved. And I'm gonna look at some trailers, because I actually have 4 now. I'm going to be honest, if you think any of these games you test look like shit and guess you're talking about me, oh yeah, I will tell you. The problem is I will still get shit from you guys, because you're like, oh, your games look like shit as well, but I'll try my best to tell you. No Corpse Ordeal. Speaking of games that look shit, I have thought. Also, especially this is from a 4chan dev. They all make fun of me, so I can make fun of them. I'm a broke dev. I understand. Oh, Doodle Deities. So we took a look at the store page of this earlier. We still have it open even. It's a roguelike. It's all about creating powerful synergies, discovering new treasures, and unlocking bosses to play as. So the main reason that I looked at this game, I was like, okay, I want to know more, is this screenshot. Like, I have to be honest, like the first few, these look kind of generic and not that, like, this is very interesting. This looks like, oh, you know, generic roguelite deck builder. And then suddenly you got this, and I was like, what? This part of the game? Why is this like number 4 or whatever? So I want to take a look of, is this actually part of the game, or did the dev just forget to see that this is not Unreal Engine? No, Unreal Engine, you have like the blueprint and it looks different, I think. Also, I don't see that many people make deck builders in... Yeah, that's the thing, but it doesn't say anywhere of like the blueprinting thing, right? Only here, the advanced editor. Want to change up the rules, like, why is this so low? They made their whole visual scripting language. I guess they made it just for themselves, basically, to make the game, and then was like, hey, let's pull this up and give it to players as well. Yeah, so this kind of thing, that's the reason why I wanted to go and take a look at the trailer as well, see if it's more than building the game. Indeed, that's, I think, as well. So let's take a look at it. Let's take a look at it. Let me make this bigger for you guys. How am I gonna do this? Poof, big enough. What is copyrighted? Okay. Okay, so first thoughts. Oh, the Rickroller card. That's copyrighted, I guess. Is this... I don't know if this copyrighted. Oh, did they use the video clip? Am I dumb? Or did they use the video clip? Anyways, okay, it starts with black screen, but only for like one frame. This may actually be my fault if it's just one frame. Yeah, whatever. I'm just gonna get rid of it. Easy fix. Music is too boring or too slow, I think is the big thing here. Music does a lot for your trailer. If you've seen our trailer editing or like trailer roasting videos before, go for louder, or like more energetic music, I guess is what I should call it. And looking at this game, what gay? My stupid gay is the word I'm looking for. Guys, this is how I get cancelled. We can't make those jokes here. This needs more energetic, like music. This makes me sleepy. The text is too big. Like, you don't need to give that permanently. You also, I find it funny you say like a simple editor, and then like, or is this a different one when you pull up or use the advanced editor? I don't know if you need to have the text permanently available or lock in place any boss. Like, I would get rid of that. Maybe have like very short text like cards, but generally the less text you can have, the better. Unleash power of like this trailer just make me sleepy. Let's see. Like, what would be a song that fits better? Here, art list. Not Santa's Big Adventure. Dude, this is too slow still. Like anything that is more like dun, 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 is already a big win if you ask me. I don't want holiday fantasy. I can filters BPM medium fast. Let's take a look at this. What's the best way to find people's emails to send a demo? You have this thing. Don't send it to me because I'm not gonna play your demo on our like, full YouTube channel. Where, hey, look, channel details, view email address. Ta-da! This is the easiest way. On Twitch, a lot of streamers also have their email linked, and if they don't have it here, then you can go to like their Twitter, for example, and they have it linked there, basically. I think, for example, here, twitch.tv/charade, she played Unicycle Pizza Time. If you go to like her about, then here there's like a contact me. This is not like the YouTube is by far the easiest way. But this is how you get those. But I would... This needs to be quiet. Give me... Like this style of music would fit much more for a trailer because you want that energy, you want that like high energy vibes basically. You don't want sleepy music. This is sleepy music. Yeah. You're laughing Construct Games, but we get a lot of like, hey, this is the press release for my game, and it's like I usually respond to them like, hey, if this is your approach, this is the wrong one, and I like give feedback on the email that they send to me as well. So yeah. Get rid of the text. I think the editing is somewhat slow in general pacing as well. Why am I getting messages? Oh, that's fine. The Rick Astley, is it gonna get your game cancelled? Probably. I don't. It's. Should you go for Mr. Beat's ADHD editing? If you're making trailers, yeah. If you're making trailers, the faster is the better. Or at least music-wise, there's a whole bunch of things. Like, there's also the concept called cold opens, where the first 15 seconds, basically, would already be a trailer. I pull up this graph every... Oh, I actually want to take a look at the one for Unicycle Pizza Time. I don't think I have done a trailer editing stream where we had the data yet. Contents. And then UPT trailer, analytics, engagements. Okay, so here you can see like how many people are still watching, and this is actually a very good engagement thing. I think. Let me check for Forge Industry. I think there it's much more. Yeah, skip to demo at first. That is also a very common approach. Trailer, Forge Industry gameplay trailer, analytics, reach. No, engagement. But yeah, okay, here we drop off much steeper because our editing is also not as fast-paced. I think with the Unicycle Pizza Time one, you have this concept of a cold open where the first 15 seconds basically count as a mini trailer on their own already. And then we have the full trailer as well. But you can basically take those first 15 seconds, cut them, and use them as a standalone trailer where everything is being showcased already. So I would get rid of most of this text. Also, your aspect ratio of the gameplay you record is kind of weird because there's black bars at the top and bottom, and you're cutting part of the left off and the right off. So record your gameplay in 1080p 16:9 as well, if you can. This feels like an 18:9, like mobile almost, but it's not mobile. The advanced editor, you guys seem to have a lot of comments about that one. the thing here is, I think the devs made this for themselves, really, to like, hey, we want to make a roguelike deck builder, and they're like, okay, no, actually, I want more in terms of how are we going to scale making our own game, and then we're like, fuck it, we're gonna make it public as well, so that other people can use the tools. Basically, they just made their internal dev tools available to the public as well, which is something you see a lot. And I think this could honestly be like somewhat of a gameplay on its own, almost. Oh, is it still the default Windows cursor? Yeah, you can change the cursors pretty easily if you want to get cursors. A very easy way to do that, and this is what we did for UPT as well, as you can go to Kenny, and then you go to their assets, and you can just look for like, let me see, I think it's just called cursor, and then here you have like a whole bunch of cursors you can just use for the game. I think we're using this specific one for Unicycle Pizza Time, for example, as well. They're completely free, Creative Commons 0. You can also get like the all-in-one bundle that I got, like, I think, I don't know when, there was like a sale once for it. It's $20 otherwise, but this is completely free and has a whole bunch of cursors. Just use these for your game. It's a very easy win to make your game look a bit better. I think music is gonna be a big one here. Oh, was there a call to action? A wishlist on Steam now. There's movements. It's an alright call to action. I don't know about this ending because it's like, this is too short. Like, it doesn't give me enough time to process what is special about this. I have no idea what is special about this, even when I keep looking at it. So yeah, I would get rid of that. And just only have the wishlist on Steam once, and then end the trailer. So, music is gonna be the big one. I really liked, what is this? The Dawning of a New Age. Like, okay, this is extremely energetic. But you want something more energetic in terms of your fantasy music. What is this? No, this is too sleepy still. So, the more energetic you can be, the better, basically. And another trailer that we roasted before, and that actually had a redemption arc that I want to go over, is Snowball. Some of the big problems we had with the original trailer was it was recorded in 21:9 for some reason. It didn't really show any gameplay and all of that, so now let's take a look at what it's doing. Okay, I have some thoughts. First of all, what on earth is this music? If I thought the previous trailer this was sleepy music already, this is even more sleepy music. Something I would change here as well. Why is this so slow? It's just start. Let's get rid of this part. Start with the gameplay. Game control. When does it change? It changes here. Bam. Like this. Put it up front here. And like that. Show the gameplay. Menus are not gameplay. Change this first. And then you can do things like, hey, you have these different environments. An easy way to do the 10 is just unlock like unlock one, like go Crystal Cave, for example. And then show the Crystal Cave level. Let's see, where does it change? Always intersperse as well. So what I would do is then, okay, like you're showing 2 times the same level here in a row, more even. Where does it change? It changes here. Get rid of this. When does it change? Scene. Like here you're showing the Crystal Caves, basically. the one that we just unlocked. Where does it change again? Bam. Here, take it like this. And then the upgrades, put it like here. And now you change the order already. So hey, I unlock the Crystal Cave. I think I could actually just get rid of this last part where you unlock the cave and just go there immediately. What is this music? Oh my god, what is this? Yeah, also cannon fails to hit, looks too easy. I guess that's more of a gameplay thing. I'm just looking at this purely from an editing thing. You can unlock more stuff and then show like those unlocks in action basically. I know now it doesn't make full sense anymore, the trail, because I've been doing some cuts. Oh no, I was gonna get rid of this entire part, that's right. How much can you show the same scene in a single? Is this all the time the exact same level? Oh, like here, for example. Wait, where was it? Where was it? Where was it? It was here. Bam. Take this, put it here. Because what we just unlocked here is trail effects. Okay, it's not fire, but like you show it immediately is I guess what you want to do here. And then we have the wishlist on Steam, launched October 25th. It's all right, I guess. What music would I put here is a big question though. Let's take a look. I want something energetic, but still like not Bounds of Space. I think there was like an inspired by Starfield or something. Let's take a look at that. Inspired by Dune. I don't know if Dune is the right fit for this, but it seems like you want more of that calmness. Inspired by GTA, NBA. There's something I like about Artlist. They have these collections like, oh, here, inspired by Starfield. And then let's see, can we find something that has energetic sting? What is this? This is still too slow. This is very slow. No. I feel like you would almost have to go with like a... Yeah, Starfield isn't it? Maybe Dune does better at like the dun dun dun. Something with drums, I guess. I feel like such a toddler. Dun dun dun. I did always put volume on the max. I think... This is gonna... Drum and bass. Good job, Marnix. Drum and... bass might work, something like more melodic-y. Let's go for medium fast once again. I don't know if this is the right music, honestly. I just want to see if it could work. That's too fast already, the previous one. That's too poppy. I don't want lyrics. Anyways, get a more energetic song. This, my god, please, and then look into the re-edit like I did here, maybe, where you show and you intersperse more of the gameplay, basically. Oh, this one uses the fire one, so I guess this one should belong. What is it here? Yeah. Anyways, no shorts ordeal. So this is a game that has some... Can you check out my Steam page and trail? It's called Dua Lights in Discord. I'll take a look at it in this. Oh. But... Oh, did you add that thing? Let me see. I want to see it. Ah, it doesn't work, guys. Because this points right to Korean. I guess this is not what you want to do. It was a good initiative, but Why does it not work here though? And why does it work on your PC? Maybe the events, or maybe you have more because as the developer, I know this is the case with Forge Industry, you have like more random shit, like, oh, there's the bundles and there's a demo and all of that. Oh yeah, you had some drum and bass before, didn't you? But it was like too extreme. Yeah, this arrow does not work. But hey, you have Korean and Japanese.
New 10 donation from
Where did you... I sent it in Discord. No, my friend, you did not.
TPS.
Oh, La Prune, please provide feedback if you want. Well, La Prune, if you send it, I have to give you the $10 dono. Am I gonna get a pop-up for it? I think it's delayed, but we're gonna take it. We take it, guys. This is how life works. Feline Realms, the Ancient's Legacy. Oh, it's AI generated. That's always gonna be hard. Why is it so small? The Ancient's Legacy. Is it AI generated? Oh. My gut feeling says it's AI generated at least. But I would, whatever, I would change the background. I would make the, let's see, can I just open my Photoshop? It's posted in Discord server made in 1 hour ago. Okay, see if I can find a second. Why is it so small? This is dead space at the end of the day, everything around it. If my Photoshop boots up, I'll show a bit more about it as well. I don't think you should put RPG and 2D, put both of these way down the text. They're not the most meow meow fash. This publisher self, if you're talking about it being self-published, just put Eric Desjardins in publisher as well, by the way. Create new clipboard. Can we get it? Yes. Like, there is so much blank space around here, basically, is what it comes down to. So what I would do is, poof. This is gonna look somewhat bad, but hey, bear with me. Is just take this. And then ta-da! And then there's also a bunch of stuff that I would still do with the background. I think the background also doesn't really fit. What is this trailer? Okay. Yeah, I got some nicer nebula for the background. I think maybe one thing you could do as well is something that, yeah, the nebula needs to be improved, I think. Can we take like a... no, we can't use that. No, I don't play. What I often do as well is add some blur to the background so your main thing looks... blur more, filter, blur, Gaussian. Yeah, some... just get a different background is, I think, the best thing I can say here. Make the cat bigger. There's always another big W. Make it stand out more by adding drop shadow. Now, because our background is kind of dark, you're not going to notice it a lot, but do that as well. There's a cat here, which is all right. So yeah, okay. That's what I would say about the capsule to begin with. Change publisher to yourself, not like the word self, but just the same as developer. And then we have the tags. So the top 5 generally are the ones that matter the most indeed. And then everything else is like extra. We want to work our tags. Make the cat sexier. Well, I don't know what you do with your cat, but I am not Shane Dawson. RPG is extremely broad. And 2D as well is extremely broad. These two I would move further down. 2D I would put all the way at the bottom here, like underneath old school still. RPG I would put at like a little bit lower still as well. They usually fail on sales. Also, it takes 6 gigabytes. Oh, does this state 6 gigabytes on pixel count? I think this is just a placeholder. You don't know how large your game is going to be immediately. Please follow me on Twitch and YouTube. Oh, what do we have on YouTube? Can I download the trailer from here then? That would be good. Yeah, Feline Realms trailer 1. Let's pull this in the meantime and then go back to the store page. There's no GIFs here. Dive into Feline Realms. Yeah, it's the captivating 2D RPG inspired golden era, followed an ancient feline race, once traveled through borderlands. Rediscover your heritage. Oh, and good luck with the humans. Okay, like this is good, but there's no headers, there's no GIFs, there's nothing of that. The main city is divided with Japanese core from a great artist. Get rid of this part. And I think, especially with links going away, I would just get rid of these two for now. Each cat has a 16 by 16K texture. That's high quality cats. And what you're doing here as well is you're describing features, but you're not describing the experience. Is I think the way you can, like, you're explaining the game as if I ask you, like, hey, explain the game to me. You're not selling the game. If I'm someone who's looking for a game, I'm not looking for a checklist of these are the things that I'm looking for. I wanted to not want to have to try and beat Big Boss. Like, you should rephrase this is I think the best way. Don't say, oh, beat Big Bosses right away, but find a way to rephrase it and how does it actually play for you as the player? And what is it built upon? Also, what is the Shining Prune franchise? It's something that is only one of exists. This also feels like an AI-generated sentence. A captivating 2D RPG inspired by the golden era of role-playing games. I would drop this as well and just start immediately with this. I work in French, I will release in English. I like how the French are the only devs that start the dev in French first and then translate to English that I know. I translated with GPT. Okay, I see. Story follows, yeah, I'm just covering the chat. I like the chat. If it's based on the French, it just means the cat. Or that cat. I am now seeing the backlog where you reviewed my game, games made in Godot. Aha, the dev tools, but as modding tools. I was correct. Yeah, medical software, but not games. So we have cat. You have no shadows in your game. Add shadow. It's gonna do a lot. Oh, and don't do mixels. Mixels is what you have here, where the size of a pixel is not standard throughout the entire game. Just have shadow, Lisha. So you can see the capybaras are much higher resolution pixel art wise than all of the rest of the game. And that is one of the biggest mistakes we did also with Songs of Everjade, which by the way, we took down from Steam, guys. People sort of complained about it. And we're like, hey, maybe we should do that. Is we had inconsistent art style of how big one pixel is. Like you can see here, the capybara has so much more detail than the cat. And I think that the cat has similar detail to Madame Capybara, I think. So, okay. So I would rework the capybaras. Don't have screenshots of your starting screen, I think is another one. And then we have Onsen Cat. I think this game feels like it misses shadows are a big one. None of these things have shadows. Create shadows. Is I think one where all of this, and you can make shadows relatively easily. You just open your SNA sprite and trace it a little bit. Get rid of this screenshot. Steam doesn't like these screenshots as well. They don't offer much value. Once again, it's a very clashing style of you have the image here, you have the pixel art press start, you have the pixel art capybara and cat, and then you have the very high res nebula. Yeah, work on the shadows, inconsistent outlines. Yeah. No shadow, like the cat has shadow, the cow don't have shadows. Make your shadow also not black, make it like transparent, like 50%. And what I also learned is don't go for pure black, but go for like a dark purple, apparently. That's what one of our artists sold us once. And It does look pretty decent. So let's look at that. In the meantime, have we downloaded the trailer? 137, not yet. Why only one cow has black backgrounds? Oh, this is just a character portrait. That's why. Like you can see it here with Madame Capybara as well, where it's for the pixel art portrait. But then the style is just not consistent. And it sucks, but this is the reason why we ended up killing Sans Overjay as well, because pixel art can be very deceiving in how much effort it is to get right. And I would guess that a lot of this is pixel art asset packs. Like I feel like the styles of your rooms are just so different. Like here it's just flat, and I think even, okay, no, the rain is the same. But I think like the way these grants work, these feel like, oh, itch.io. Let's see if I can find one. Except logo is all pixel art. Yeah, but the pixel art isn't the same size. Am I gonna get 18 plus games? Let me. Okay, let's try again in a private window so I do not get it because I'm locked in itch.io. A few overworld monsters are placeholder GPT. Okay, search for onsen, because I swear I've seen some of these assets before, and that's fine. The problem then that you get is the inconsistency in the different styles. Yeah, here. Is it this one? Is it a different one? Are these stubs the same? Wait, where is... Have I lost the... Oh, here, feline. Well, I'm gonna close a lot of my tabs for a second. We'll get there, guys, we'll get there. Okay. They do look... Is it the same? I actually can't tell. Yeah, okay. So you're using asset packs, which is fine. The problem then is you have the problem where you need to match your art style of your own assets and things like, for example, these characters to the art style of the asset packs. And that's where it gets tricky very quickly. Same artists. Maybe, yeah. But then you have this problem where this Cyborg Minotaur, like the outlines aren't consistent and they're the same size as an excavator. And then you have the chest, for example. The chest is a very clear visual, like, also, is that... I know it's the rain maybe that like makes like the style of the excavator is like very high detail, so to say, but still pixel art. And then the chest is just like flat colors. Like the chest looks like something you've made yourself. This is something that you got from the asset pack. And those are things where your audience will very quickly start shitting on you because, hey, this does not look good enough, basically. And then, yeah, you get the capybara, which is just a whole other story of how detailed everything is. They have caves like dolphins, but in riverbanks? Wait, what are you talking about? The chest and the bulldozer have this. This is not a bulldozer. It's an excavator, but close enough. Anyways, trailer time. Premiere Pro. Knocklorp. This is also a horrible name. We're gonna have to wait a second because didn't I download? Oh, I guess it doesn't have the format available. Let's see, does this one work? No. Oh, you only have a trailer in 720p? It's kind of lame. And for pixel art, I guess. But I remember cat is small, those are regular size human and not centaur giants. Yeah. Then the problem is if they're regular size human, they're the same size as the excavator, basically. Like these guys would not be able to fit in here basically unless you squish them if they're regular size human. So that's the thing. Like if the cat is small, that's fine. But once you have the problem, everything needs to scale consistently. Nullcorp's unique. Yeah, Nullcorp's ordeal is a very unique name, but try and remember that. Who names something? No, I always mistype it as Knocklorp as well for some reason. Feline Realms trailer. And let's go add it on here. To be scary 80s movie villains. Okay. Well, let's make this a little bit quieter. This is kind of a long trailer, so we'll see. This can be a little bit louder still. Audio gain 4 dB. This is not gameplay. This should not be at the start. So first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna take this beginning and you're gonna get rid of it. Where is the gameplay? This is maybe a weird one, but I would make the cat face the player and not face away from the player. Because right now you're not seeing that much. Once again, you can see the mixels very clearly here with the fire versus with the cat. And then you have the high poly, like you told this was placeholder. So the trailer's in French. Of course the trailer's in French. Make it in English. Unless you're planning to only sell this to people in France, I would make this English. Fais attention dehors. Il y a des autos. Oh, this blood as well. Like, if you do pixel art, you have to do pixel art all the way. Seamus, your message is held for review, but I want to approve it. Oh, and another moderator. I handled this. The music is pretty fine, but... Okay, so this is where you have the excavator. Like the thing is, the editing is pretty okay. It's just you've got Sequoia Mizu, Spark, Nimbus. Okay, yeah, the images are GPT generated. It's fine. J'ai pilé dans la merde de crap. You're also not giving enough time for text to be read if you want. The capybara, the inventory. This is beautiful. If your inventory looks like this, don't make a trailer yet. Just make empty frames or something, or just have them different. Casinos and kidnapping. Take out of the French for their peak humor. What's up? The thing is, people talk about the music not being very JRPG. This is still pretty decent music if you're making trailers like this. Like, that's the thing. The editing is very fast-paced. It's very good here. It's more the individual clips and the overall storytelling and the fact that there's no time to read anything that is more of the downside here. Salut le chat, on l'air méchant, mais on est super gentil. Yeah, this trailer would not work for an English audience as well. Because if you don't speak French, there's like a whole bunch of like puns in here as well and things. Like, also, you're not using what are like, you have the cat, you have the ChatGPT, I guess, image, you have a GIF of something, and then you have a default TextMesh Pro font or whatever it is. Like, none of these things match up, my dude. None of them. There's not anything consistent here. I feel like this is a scope creep at the game with how many environments I've seen at this point. It's a 2-minute trailer, but it doesn't feel like 2 minutes. Wishlist on Steam. Okay. This is great, but not for the best reasons, I think. Once again, make your logos bigger or something. What you could even just do is have the cat chilling in the onsen, for example, and have them like have the default AFK animation, and put a blur on that, and then put the wishlist on Steam and like coming soon or whatever. This one has offered all it got. No. Or you make everything a wild art mix, and it has style. Wishlist on Steam should be a bit more centered. Yeah, I wouldn't put it down here in the corner. I would just put it right underneath the Felines realm. Like, I would put it here. Wish list on Steam. Oh, bam. Okay, this is horrible centering. Like this, I would put it like here, not down here in the corner. Okay, so what else? First off, this first beginning doesn't really explain to me what the game is about. C'est chaque éveille-toi de traverser interdimensionnel. Thanks a lot for the advice and chat. I don't know if it's chat or chat that I should read it, Eric. More storytelling, I guess, is the best way. Give it a little bit more time to read. The car isn't voiture used Blaze. Why did the car use Blaze? I'm not gonna ask any questions, I feel, at this point. You can have, if you're going for the JRPG effect, go and put a little bit more, like give me twice the amount of time that I have here to read the text, because this is too little. Show me going through the portal and then start showing the game. I don't know if I would start with a cat being hit by a car. That's not good vibes. Would you say narration is best for... Oh my god, I hate how there's like a heart always. Oh, can I see it? Would you say narration is best for story-focused trailers? Yes, because narration, it's like music does a lot for the sound experience, which is more important than graphics often. And also, not everyone reads as fast. And here, I hope the developers don't get offended. Yeah, I just hope that this helps. Like, you've got a long way to go, I feel. But it can do a lot. Oh, Johnny, why are you awake? It's midnight on a Thursday. The artist add to the... Wait, I can't. I need to add to the humor, though it's intentional. Yeah. Give me more time to read this, have narration, have it be English. Maybe put a little bit more effort into the art. Like the editing style, you've got that nailed down. You've got the high-paced cut, you've got the audio. That is fine. Maybe add some sound effects. Like, this is a good shot. Where does it fit in? I'm not fully certain, but it fits in somewhere. Mid-2025 can work. I think it depends on how big the scope is, how many hours of content you want, but it's gonna need a lot of more cooking on like actually reworking the game. I think focusing on like one specific area a little bit, and definitely the important one is not making mixels, not just taking 17 different asset packs, all throwing it together. You wanted to put soccer on stream because it's the most selling game on Steam. I don't know if you should use FIFA as the like reference. I know voice acting costs money, yeah, but still, I've talked to some people. I can't remember. There are apparently, like, you know, beginning voice actors who really just want to help and get their name in the game and things like that. Like, will often do it extremely cheap. I don't know actual good resource for it. I know a guy who did get it done for his trailer though, and he said he didn't pay anything for it. He just went to like wherever the voice actors hang out, and they just want to get more experience and have like a portfolio, and they can often do it for free or extremely cheap if you find in the right places. Like a really good example of how voice acting improves is, I think, in the For Evelyn 2 Shards of Creation. This is a trailer we looked at a while ago. Is this the most...
What's happening to me?
Okay, let's take a quick look from the start. We're using AI voice. Yeah, even AI voice generators, like you can get 10,000 characters with 11 labs, I think. And it's not gonna be perfect, of course. But it's still going to be all right-ish. It's going to help. And I think just trying out these things will help. Like,
you must understand.
This sounds better, of course, than AI.
Interfering with my plan.
Let me make this a little bit quieter if I can.
With the help of the shards.
But this makes it so much better than if you have
I don't understand. What's happening to me?
versus if this was actually completely muted, basically. So this is a really good example. This is a really good trailer. This one forever. Oh, it's you. Hey, hi, Tillhammer. So this is an example that I always point to when why should you add narration to your like JRPG style game. Since you have no, yeah, especially here you have no time to read, and like how many? I feel like this is sub 1 second. Yeah, this is 2 dialogues in. How long? Let me see. So we're at 124, and I'm a fast reader, but I cannot read in 1 second 2 sentences of text. I feel. So narration and just giving more time for me to read this would help a lot in this regard. Yeah, I should make a new trailer for demo. This guy, I think your trailer was already pretty solid. I can keep going on to this, but I think the main points have been said. Part of it is the art, the editing is alright, sound effects are alright, but just make the game look better and your trailer will look better. And then time for Null Corps. You could lean into the tank and have a real thick French account. Yeah. Oui, oui, aha, quel enfoiré, c'est ça. Mwahaha. Still have your trailers really good. Good luck with the game. Yeah. Okay, so Null Corps Ordeal. This one, if you want to know the lore, there is this community of people on 4chan who absolutely want to see me kill myself. And they were like, okay, this game came out, I think, same day as, no, 1 day after Unicycle Pizza Time. Also 3D platformer, precision platformer, like clunky, whatever. And we're like, yeah, we're gonna beat the shit out of Unicycle Pizza Time. There's 10 reviews, which is meh. It could have been better. I'm not celebrating your failure. It's just sad. But I do find it funny. I mean, if you're on 4chan, I can make fun of you. I don't care. That's what you get. And well, there was the trailer. So let's take a look at the trailer for this because I like trailers. Oh, this is my OBS. I don't want my OBS on my Premiere Pro, so let's take a look. It's a good opening. I think a bit too long, but wait, let's... let me actually put this so I can actually better see how long the timings are. I like the falling in and the screen shake. This is really solid. I think this part is a little bit too long. I would have cut it here probably already. Then switch to this scene. This is some guy from 4chan. Don't ask me who exactly, but yeah. I would have made this shorter so you get faster into the action. So this part, I would have actually maybe even expanded a bit on where, okay, you have the big jump here. I've seen this trailer before. And then you have these small like jumps to do like the precision changing of your angle. I think the text also, I don't know if like this fall, very default font, I don't know if this has to be stated even, that you're going to fall. Like this is how you know it's a 4chan game. Or give up. Like, I think the text is a bit down. Ooh, Norval is coming now, wishlist on Steam. I would have like I always say, like, having some movement would be good. And what would I do here would make the Norgolps Ordeal logo a little bit smaller, but the wishlist on Steam a bit higher, maybe use that PNG that I had, not use the default font. Maybe he's in here because this trailer was only posted once I started today's stream. No, don't go to 4chan. It's not worth it. You're gonna lose brain cells and you're gonna hate your life. The thing is, what I would add is like, if you're leaning into this kind of game, I would add like this. Let's see, can I just reproduce this? How long is this shot? It's this long. How long is your call to action? Okay, yeah, no. I'm gonna have to stretch it out a bit too much to my liking, but let's say I make this 50%. And then we put my good old Gaussian. I would also see if I can get rid of the tracing. Just showcase like the figurine, have it blurred. And then put the logo on top of here instead of the trait, basically, and have a wishlist on Steam. Something like that is what I would do. Like, lean into the more humorous aspect. Just have something moving instead of just like what you have here, the black screen. Sound-wise, oh, I didn't want to cut this. I just noticed. Okay. I think the music does fit. It's could be a bit more energetic, but I think it's fine. You have good sound effects. The thing here with the collect is probably I would show you picking it up and not use the collect text. Generally, try not to use text in general is always my advice. Like this trait is like in-game and that is fine. You showcase the UI and you have the PS1 style. I guess this is PS1 style, like the jump again. I don't think you need to say it. Escape. Like what makes this an escape versus a jump again is my question as well. Maybe it's like an or give up. Yeah. I think another big question that I saw from this trailer and this game in general is the purposeful decision to make it a 4x3 game. I guess it's a 4x3 game at least, where your trailer is 4x3 and like all of this is 4x3 in a world where phones are 18:9 as well, where most of the viewing is done on phones as well. That is one thing where I do have some questions about. I think, yeah, if you're working the PS1 style, it could work. So yeah, the thing is, this trailer is not inherently bad. I would just get rid of all of the text basically. And you have this trade thing, but it doesn't also show you what is the point of it. Like, is it just purely collecting? And why should I trade it? Is there like a display room somewhere? Like, these things are good. I would have just gotten rid of the text and then, or even just use this shot. And what you do is, okay, instead of going to black and showing null corpse ordeal, keep it going because you have movement going on. And then make a blur come over it so you don't see it as much and you just have the logo over top it, is what I would do. So overall, it's got good bones, the trailer. It just needs a little bit more and it would have been much better. Would it have saved the game? I don't know about that. I think you're just... I think just the fact that you're making the PS1 style game, you're killing a lot of... It's still 3D, which is still better than 2D. Null corpse ordeal. What does it have still? Outstanding wishlist 1.1k. That is not too bad. Like the moment you go on sale, you'll probably get more. How do you have 32% in Sweden? I guess because if you have limited amount of sales sold. So that's the thing. Like the pricing and things like that, I feel like are pretty solid. For this style of game. It's just... Also, have you done any marketing? YouTube. That is not 4chan. Because I don't think I could find like your trailer on YouTube at least. No, okay, this came out a while back. And yeah, you have the demo day and one Korean guy apparently played it. And that's it. But these are all post-launch basically, so not before launch. Can I... No, it has multiple endings, apparently. That's not anywhere in the trailer either. This can go away. Why do you have 5 tags? Okay, no, I am convinced now 4chan is brain dead. You need 20 tags, my dudes. And adventure is not a good tag to have as number 1. The trailer should make think, oh man, this looks awesome, I want to pay and play this game. And the trailer instead makes you look at like, this is a video from 1999 and we had this game. Add more goddamn tags. Why did you only have 5 tags? And all of the tags are so low or like so generic. Platformer, single player, 3D platformer. There are things like intentionally awkward controls, psychological horror. Like if you compare this to what we have for Unicycle Pizza Time, how accurate is Gamealytic? For Unicycle Pizza Time, it's actually pretty close. It's not perfect, but it's still, I think generally for unreleased games, it overestimates by a little bit. Oh, I don't want to click on it. For sales, it's generally pretty on par lately, or like maybe 10%. Like You have got 5 tags, and we've got 20 basically. And like there's like, okay, we have the adventure, we have psychological horror, precision platform as well, but also like interesting awkward controls, arcade, choices matter, like whatever, like philosophical, like add those things as well, because what are the suggested games here? Chained Together, Squirrel with a Gun, Nine Souls has nothing, Baldur's Gate has nothing to do with this. Wukong, like because your tags are pretty bad, why is adventure not a good tag? Because Wukong is an adventure, Space Marine is adventure. All of these games are adventure as well technically, but they're so different from what you have. Like Hogwarts Legacy has an adventure tag as well, but Hogwarts Legacy and Nullcorp's Ordeal are so different. Whereas if you look at what you get when you have good tagging is the more like this. You have the Game of Sisyphus, you have all of these are like rage baity games, like not rage bait, but like the games we're based upon, which means that Steam is also going to be much better at being able to suggest your game, because it's going to know much better that, hey, this is games people are interested in, we can push it in the discovery queue. So that is why you want these more like this. Is one of the best things you can look at to make sure that your tagging is done correctly, and always do 20 tags. Always do the most you can do tagging wise. We've got 1 Steam achievement also. Integrates graphics. You do not need a lot to run this apparently. Also, there was a question about, do wishlist impressions and visits ramp up the closer you get to release date? No, but the moment you do release, your wishlists go poof, okay, go up a lot higher. Can I see outstanding wish lists? Yeah, you can see like from release, they still keep going up as well. We saw this with Unicycle Pizza Time as well, and with Forge Industry as well. The first like 2 days, basically, you'll get more wish lists, because the way it works is every game that releases their game, every game that releases on Steam gets a free 6,000-ish impressions, where it gets put into the discovery queue. I think How to Market a Game made a video, has a graph about it somewhere. And then Steam uses that number. Is it in here? Yeah. So the DQ, open image in new tab. So July 20th, discovery queue is when you look at this very green tab. So the game comes out and Steam gives you free visibility. We got 2,000 views or 2,000 visits from the discovery queue. And a lot of those convert into wishlists as well. And then if enough of them convert to sales and wishlists, you'll get more. And that's what we had with Unicycle Pizza Time. And it will slow down again. And this is when you reach 10 reviews. This is why 10 reviews is so important. Once you get to 10 reviews, you get to 6,000. And this gives you even more wishlists, because it gives you more visibility once again. So those are the 2 big spikes. You get no visibility though the 2 days before launch, unless you have a lot of wishlists. And I'm talking about like, what is it? Like, that's why you need at least 7,000, because then you appear down here. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Here. In popular upcoming. And if you're in here, which is like a few days before your game releases, then yes, you will have that ramp up the few days before launch. But if you're not in popular upcoming, which unfortunately a lot of games aren't in, including ours, then you will not see that spike the few days before the game comes out, basically. How long is your stream today? I'm gonna end it right here. So I think I've covered quite a bit. I've been going on for almost 3 hours. So I've been doing this from 5 a.m. Thank you very much for watching, I guess. Yeah, I don't have much more to say. Yeah, I'm gonna end the stream here, guys. We'll see when we do another one. I think I'm gonna be playing around a little bit with the timing and the exact things, because I'm figuring this out. I don't know if I want to wake up at 4:30 a.m. 2 times a week for just these streams, so we'll see how that goes. Have a great night. No, my day is starting now, guys. It's 8 a.m. so I'm gonna go and find breakfast after this. Once again, join our Discord as well if you want to keep interacting with us. And what if you start with 1,000 reviews? Well, 1,000 reviews is even better, but all you need is 10 really. And from there, Steam will look at, okay, how good is this game being received? And you will get more like discovery queue impressions, basically, until it kind of flattens out, basically. So that's it. You need just 10. I think if you have like 10 or 100 reviews in the first day, then it doesn't matter. Then Steam looks more at just purely sales things, but the 10 reviews is the important one. Once you're past the 10, it doesn't matter as much, but getting those first 10 are the most important. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. And yeah, see you guys in the next one. Unicycle Pizza Time stats will be coming out now on Friday, so be excited for that. Yeah, enjoy your rest of your day, and see ya.